Feeling the loss of control in the spirit, so colorful. If you feel it, then let's go to a place where you belong. Give you strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Rise, rise, keep on rising, rise,
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review for today's watch-along. Of course, Tottenham Hotspur versus Newcastle United. I don't know where Billy is at the minute. I think he's having his Sunday afternoon kip, and he hasn't realised what time it is. But I will take us through until Billy arrives. The background has changed. I realise that. Obviously, I am in the middle of changing the studio around, so I don't have to have a green screen. Newcastle memorabilia will be going on the wall, etc., behind me. And I just like it better because it means I can put the full camera on and not have to worry about anything else going on behind me rather than trying to cram everything into a green screen. I have got graphics up for team lineups, so things are improving for that side of the watch along as well. Of course, the score and everything is there as well. I look like 2 years ago, said Paul Tully. Well, that's thanks very much, mate. Appreciate that. But let's have a look at the sides, shall we, for this afternoon's game. Newcastle United are unchanged. We do go with Dubravka in goal, Trippier, Lascelles, Schär, Livramento, with a midfield of Bruno, Miley, Joe Linton, and the front three of Almiron, Gordon, and Isak. However, it is the bench that has changed a lot. Karius Gillespie, Dummett, Callum Wilson is back on the bench. Matt Ritchie, Emil Kraft, Lewis Hall, Sean Longstaff is also back on the bench alongside Alex Murphy. So we are improving. Injuries look like they're coming back. Obviously, it's great to have Wilson and Longstaff back on the bench. Callum won't be anywhere near match fit. Sean Longstaff probably not either. But we do have them options to give them 15, 20 minutes in the second half should we need them. I have an awful feeling that we might just need them today. Tottenham, they line up as follows. Vicario, Pedro Porro, Romero, Davies, Udogi, Basuma, Sarr, Kulusevski, Johnson, Son, and Richarlison. So Son does play. He was a doubt ahead of the game, of course, with a back injury, but he is fit to start. So very, very strong Tottenham side we go up against today. But you know what? It would just be like Newcastle United to go and win this game. We've said it before. It's one of those, isn't it, that you just don't expect anything from because of fatigue, etc. And it's just like Newcastle just to go and turn it on and win the game. I'm hoping. Obviously, I'm really hoping, but you just don't know with Newcastle United. Anyway, let's have a look at some of your comments ahead of the game. By the way, if you do enjoy today's watch along, as usual, guys, please hit the thumbs up. Very important to the channel that we keep those coming in, of course. And if you're new and you like what you see, please do subscribe to the channel. You can do that in the bottom right-hand corner on YouTube. Just click the button and it will take the subscribe. And also hit the notification bell, which will, of course, let you know when we go live or we upload any future videos. You can become a member of the Toon Review. Remember, tomorrow night we've got some members giveaways in time for Christmas, some great prizes. It is for members only, so you do have to be a member if you want to enter that. And of course, you can donate to the channel if you do so, if you do wish to do so, by the way, by hitting the $ at the bottom of the live comments, and that will take you through and also get your comment read straight out as well. It is subscriber only in the chat, so you do need to be subscribed if you want to take part in the live chat. Obviously, we don't have any spoilers. If you are in front of me, I'll be watching it online through Sky anyway, but if you are ahead of me, then just pause it at kickoff before I kick off, and then we can all go in sync when I say, right, we're underway. But if you do put spoilers in the chat, you will be removed by the mods and possibly chucked off the stream as well. And we don't want that. So everybody have a good watch along, please, without any fighting and going on today. Yogi, thank you very much for your £5 super chat. He says, Paul, you got your Carmen pills today. Stress is a bugger when you're a Toon fan. Love you, dude. God bless you. 1-1. I haven't got my Carmen pills today. I hope I won't need them. I have a feeling that probably will change as the after early evening goes on. But you never know with Newcastle United, do you? You just never, ever know. Yeah, a time before Pro Production came in, yeah. But I am, I've got some Newcastle memorabilia to go on the wall in the studio behind me. And like I say, it gives me more options than using a green screen because I'm, with the camera and everything, you compact into a very thin area that you can actually broadcast from. But this works out a lot better. It really does. Jeff says, I've got some sticks for the fire if you want. Ian says, afternoon. Hope Billy doesn't miss the match. Is he having a nap? I don't know. I've messaged him. I haven't heard anything back yet, but knowing Billy, it is an afternoon nap. He likes his afternoon naps, does Billy. KB, good afternoon. A very good afternoon, Paul and Billy, the top commentary team on social media. A1 says, 3-1 to us. Come on, the Toon. Colin says, let's see the magic and a few changes later on. Well, he's got options now on the bench, Colin. It's as simple as that. He has options to change it now. Whatever the situation is with Lewis Hall, we'll never know. Quite honestly, we'll never know what's going on there. However, he does have Callum Wilson and Sean Longstaff there this time. Although they're not match fit, they wouldn't put them on the bench if he didn't think they could do a couple of minutes either way. So we'll have to see how that goes in the second half. Probably all depending on the way the game goes as well. Paul says, surely we will see subs today ready for Wednesday. Eddie has to. Yep. I mean, look, I'm surprised he's gone with the same lineup, if I'm openly honest. I really am. I'm very, very surprised he's gone with the same lineup. However, we know how Eddie works. If he thinks the team is fit enough, then we have to go with him. Dean says, predictable as per usual. Any chance of Southgate playing an actual left-back in position or any change would be welcome. Not sure what you mean by Southgate, but never mind. Bruno says, Wilson super sub injury time winner. Yard Sale says, I could see a late Wilson winner off the bench. Jeff says, London Stan has never been a place to get points, but in Eddie, we have faith. We normally don't like, playing in London, and we haven't done for numerous years, but we have had results there. Tottenham especially, they would look at us as a bit of a bogey side at the minute, I would say. They haven't had the greatest results over us in the past 3 games. So, they'll be wary of that. Hi, Paul, Alex, Billy. Hope it was all as well. 2-1 to the Toon Army, I hope, or 2-2 no loss, says Chrissy. I think it's important we get something out of the game. I don't want another defeat. Julie J says the lasses were brilliant today. Really enjoyed that game. Yeah, they just fly in the lasses at the minute, through to the next round of the cup. And hopefully they'll come against one of the big teams. That would be really nice to see them go against maybe a Super League team eventually in the cup. The Pete says, no changes. Has Eddie been talking to Bruce lately? I should hope not. I really hope not. Jazz says, wish he'd given Hall a shot and rest Trippier for Wednesday. Look, at the end of the day, Eddie's the boss. He knows what's best for the team. He knows what we're up against today. He knows the fitness of his players. He knows if they're ready. Now, one thing the players will want to do is put Thursday night well and truly behind them by putting on a performance this afternoon. If it's not a performance this afternoon and we end up getting absolutely drubbed, then we have problems because our away form is awful. To be honest, it really is genuinely awful. And Eddie has. He's mentioned that twice in previous interviews over the last 7 days about the away form. So he knows they've got to improve. And hopefully we'll see that today. Certainly, just put a fight up. Don't buckle and fold like we did at Everton. Happy Sunday, says Michael. Thank you, Michael. P. Keith, good afternoon to you. Lee Smith, good afternoon. Loving the fish tank in the background. The addition of Wilson and Longstaff makes it look better than in previous games. Indeed, it does. There's one person missing off that fish tank, actually. Just bear with me a moment. We can't not have the Gonkins in picture. I mean, the Geordie Gonk there. Hopefully a good luck charm for us this afternoon. Ratchet, good afternoon. He says, if I say we are going to win today, will that be a spoiler? No, it won't, mate. But I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right. It'll be a fantastic result if we bring all 3 points back. I've got no idea what that's supposed to mean, Jay Devlin. This channel makes me feel lonely. Why would you be feeling lonely watching this channel? I don't understand. Andy Gray is not expecting much today. Chrissy says, is that a marine tank? No, it's not. It's fresh water. I don't dibble in marine. I've got one in here and I've got 2 in the living room. So plenty to keep me busy. And Acid, good afternoon to you. Jack says, evening, Paul. Please, can you rub your good luck charm for the Mags tonight? Need a win. Well, Mr. Gonk is now in the background. So I think he was feeling a bit left out. But he is my good luck Gonk, despite me tripping over him on the stairs once. But we'll gloss over that. Ian Heppel says, I've carefully avoided all social media posts about Newcastle since the Everton game. The negativity doesn't do anyone any good. Thursday is gone. Let's just focus on this one and get behind the team. Absolutely. There's no other way to do it. That Spurs back line is vulnerable. I fancy us today for a 3-2 win. Look, Spurs have got their injuries as well. Let's not deny that. Spurs have got injuries and that may play into our hands. We have to be our normal selves. Okay, we have to play our normal game. Hopefully the game that we play at home, that's what I want to see from us, that we didn't see at Everton. Everton, we got going a little bit in the second half, but then we made a couple of mistakes and of course we lost the game. However, tonight it could be a little bit different. We could just play our normal game. And I think the fact that Eddie has options on the bench really does suit us a lot better tonight than it did on Thursday. Whatever's going on with Lewis Hall, we have to forget that for the moment. He's on the bench again. But we have Longstaff and we have Callum Wilson there. We have a striker on the bench who we know can score goals. So whether we see him or not, I think it all depends on how the game goes. If we are winning, then I think it's possible that he might just put someone else on. But Isak now will be feeling the pressure because Wilson's back. Isak now needs to step up for me. He needs to get going, have a better game than he did on Thursday. But that might suit us to the ground, that Isak knows there's competition there again for a starting place. Because when Callum's been injured, it hasn't been like that. So now it is, and there's an opportunity there for Isak to say, right, Callum's not walking back into this team. I'm going to make sure that I've got the striker spot. And he has to step up. So I think that'll possibly play into our hands. David says, afternoon, Paul. Great to see Wilson and Longstaff back in the matchday squad and be able to make some changes late on in the game. How are the lads? Absolutely. Mother Stato, good afternoon to you. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. I'm not surprised you've got sore heads. Mama Stato, of course, at the wedding for Alex yesterday. And again, massive congratulations to Alex and Anya. And it's great to see it all done and dusted. But undoubtedly, a lot of sore heads today. Keith says, I can't see your Gonk, Paul. Is he in the starting 11? Well, he's there now. I forgot to put him up. Or move him across so he was in shot. But he's now over my shoulder. Spurs have 8 out, Newcastle 10. Both teams have a lot of injuries. They do, but I think Tottenham, the fact that they've still got Son in the side, Richarlison, whatever you think of him, he can be dangerous at times. Kulusevski, of course, is a wonderful player. Johnson is fast. So we're going to have to be on our game very early on. I do think the Tottenham backline we can get at, but they'll probably be thinking the same about us as well. And that's the slight difference here. They'll be thinking, right, we can get at them, but it'll be the other way around as well. Ibs says our bench is looking a bit okay, but I'm not sure about the unchanged 11. I guess in Eddie, we trust 3-0 to Newcastle. Stotty, good afternoon to you. He's going 2-0 to us. I hope you're right, buddy. Asad says, need a good movement from Isak today. Spurs will with a makeshift centre defence. Yeah, we spoke about it, Isak, haven't we? And how much having Callum Wilson back on the bench may well be that spur that Isak needs just to think, right, I'm not allowing Callum Wilson back into this side at all without a fight. And, he's got to start making runs down the channels. Look, I love Alexander Isak on the left. I think he's so dangerous. He's so skillful. And, the defenders don't know which way to turn when he's got the ball on the left-hand side. When he's through the middle, he kind of gets the ball, he turns, and then he's sort of up against it, isn't he? He doesn't seem to have the awareness to go past people when he's running through the middle. But when he's out wide, he just drifts past them like they're not there. So it'll be interesting to see what he does today, Eddie Howe. Does he swap Anthony Gordon and Isak over every now and again, or not? I guess is the way forward. Yogi, thank you for gifting the Toon Review membership. That is extremely kind. Thank you so much for that. Ron Peacock, good afternoon to you. Let's have a look. Martin Brophy's going 4-1 to the Mighty Mags. That is very, very confident. Indeed. Roadblock, good afternoon to you. Hoping for another 6-1, but not holding my breath. I think that's a little optimistic, to be honest, especially away from home against Spurs. But look, Spurs have got a problem of taking the lead and hanging on to it. I think that the last several games it's been very difficult for them because they've scored a goal and then they haven't managed to hang on. So that will play into our hands as well. If we did go a goal down, which I'm, hoping to God we don't, obviously. I hope we just blitz them. But Spurs struggle to hang on to leads, which indicates to me that, again, not 100% solid at the back. EH, thank you for your £5 super chat. He says, Isak seems to only be in form when there's competition from Callum. Yeah, and, again, it's not having a dig at Isak, but if he's got competition there for his place, that really does make him pull his socks up and think, right, let's go for this. Ian Skinner says, it's really nice to see Wilson and Longstaff on the bench. An early Christmas present. Absolutely. And Harvey Barnes and Dan Byrne apparently are very close to returning as well. So, it's coming back in drips and drabs, isn't it? We just have to make sure that no injuries happen again, because honestly, I've never seen an injury crisis like it at this football club for a very long time. Yeah, we've picked up a few along the way, but Jesus, a full side out injured is mental. Please, guys, remember, if you are new to the channel, if you want to take part in the chat, you do have to be subscribed. We've got nearly 1,000 watching. Click the bottom corner to subscribe. Just hit the Toon Review logo in the bottom right-hand corner on YouTube, and you can subscribe that way. Thank you in advance for that, guys. The Ruffiad Bernician says, Miley to score finally the day after having a couple of efforts blocked in the last 2 matches. I'd love Lewis Miley to score. He really deserves it as well. He deserves it because his play's been fantastic. For a 17-year-old kid thrust in like he's been, to just stand on his head for the team. That's what he's been doing. And he's so calm and relaxed on the ball. He doesn't panic. He doesn't get flustered with anything. He keeps very calm. And that's what we love to see from somebody like Lewis Miley. He's got a fantastic future at the football club. No doubt about that. Robert says, good evening, Paul. I hope we play better than Everton, but Tottenham are a lot better than Everton. We have one of the worst away results. Yes, we do. However, Tottenham have players out. Tottenham aren't very solid at the back, shall we say. So it may play into our hands. JC14 says, I worry that this is going to be a painful watch, 3-3. Well, I doubt 3-3 is an actual painful watch, though. This and that says, have we won any games this season with late goals? Probably. I'm not sure, to be honest. I know we've scored late on, I think, in a couple of games, but whether they were winners, I can't remember. Shana says he should have rested Trippier. Garant Thomas says, hi, Paul and everyone. Let's see how we bounce back. How are the lads? Kenny says, Fulham scored 5 again and have a week off. Yeah, Fulham are absolutely flying. Absolutely flying. Those of you that don't know what the scores were today, Everton beat Chelsea 2-0. Chelsea's wars continue, but again, Everton seem to have turned the corner, don't they? Fulham 5, West Ham 0. Now, Fulham, that's 2 5-0 wins in the last 2 home games, which is simply incredible. You know, they beat Forest, and now they've absolutely thumped West Ham. Now, West Ham, of course, did play on Thursday, so whether they were tired or not, but then again, so did Everton. And Everton have gone out and won, beat Chelsea 2-0. And the Kenilworth will throw to finish. Luton 1, Manchester City 2. Luton, of course, leading 1-0 at half-time in that game. But as you'd probably expect, Man City stepped it up a little bit in the second half with goals from Bernardo Silva and Grealish. So those are your Premier League results from earlier on today. We have to think of ourselves, though. It's us against the world here. We have to think of ourselves and go from there. I'm delighted to say I am joined by...
All right. Oh.
Billy.
Oh, yeah.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
A bit rough, mate. A bit rough.
Yeah. You sound, very unwell.
Yeah, I'm not great, if I'm honest.
Well, Billy, if you're not well, you don't have to come on, you know. You can just chill out.
Well, I'm going to sit and watch anyway, so I might as well be with you lot. It's not. I don't even know. I haven't got a clue what the team is or anything.
Well, we're 5 minutes away from kickoff, so I was going to do the teams anyway again, Billy. This is how Newcastle United line up. Straight, same 11 from Goodison, but the bench, Wilson and Longstaff are back, Billy.
That's good news.
So we have a little bit of a decent bench. Spurs go with Vicario, Porro, Romero, Davies, Udogi, Basuma, Sarr, Kulusevski, Johnson, Son, and Richarlison. So quite a strong Tottenham team, but a lot of the chat's been on about saying, you know, we can get at the Tottenham backline as long as we play our game, Billy.
Yeah, well, you know, we saw last year that James is really Pedro Porro's not a fullback. He's a poor man's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's very good going forward, but crap defending. And they've also got Romero, who can be got out in the back four. But I think we can get at them. It's just a case of are we fit enough? How long do we stay in the game for? That's the question.
That's right. EH this afternoon, love the channel, but why are you behind on the live football match? Well, because I'm watching it through Sky Online. Some people watch it through the TV. Some people's online is quicker than the TV. Some people's aren't. Nobody is ever bang on with everybody else. That is why. I don't understand. I think online should be just as quick, but I guess it will be when it gets this ultra-fast broadband that comes in. But there you go. That's why. Eric says, glad to see our subs list looking strong, turning it around slowly. Apparently, you know, as I said earlier, Dan Byrne and Harvey Barnes are reportedly close to coming back as well, Billy. So he's got a bit of options, but I think we're in the green strip today, Billy.
No, I think we're in blue.
Are we?
I think so.
Okay. A few people saying the green, but that may be before we've actually seen them. Bearded Monster says, now remember not to use the sweary language this afternoon. Look, if I'll say this now, if you get offended by swearing, this isn't the channel to watch, all right? It's just not, because me and Billy are passionate Newcastle fans, and we will commentate how we like, and if we do swear, we swear. Simple as that. That is how it is on this channel. If you don't like it, then maybe it's not the channel for you. But it's basically football fans watching their football team. Simple as that. Michael says, Paul, are you doing a watch along for the derby? Absolutely. Can't wait for that one. Can't bloody wait. Kevin says the options on the bench will bring more out in the starting 11, knowing they can now be brought off. If needed, they can have more time when they're on. Big game for Isak today. Isak performs better when there's competition, Billy, so hopefully we'll see a little bit more from him today.
We can only hope. Depends how tight. I guess it depends how tight it is. I expect a lot from Isak today. He's not been great as late. Yeah. Maybe he can get in his back four. They're not physically strong. They're not slow either. They're not quick either. So they're good footballers at the back for Spurs. But I think Isak can have a bit of joy today if he's on it. He's got to be on it though.
Indeed. Jimmy Jones said you sound like Chewbacca, Billy, but Jimmy's obviously nursing a very, very, very disappointing result for West Ham today, Billy. They lost 5-0 at Fulham.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
That's after the Lord Mayor's show, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, it's not going great for Jimmy today. Now, why is that not working? I'm asking to watch. It's not letting me. Okay, right. We'll go on to the next one then. There we go. We'll knock the sound off because we don't want that happening. Right, let's get to scoreboard view. Remember, guys, if you are ahead of me, then just pause until I say, right, we're underway. And then you can hit the play button and be in sync with me and Billy Bob. Until then, please respect everybody else. Don't put spoilers in or the mods will just chuck you off. And like I say many, many times, we don't actually want that to happen. So please just enjoy the game. Wait till I say we're underway and then press play on your TV and we'll all be in sync nicely with each other. Right, Billy. What do you reckon before kickoff?
Oh, I'm always optimistic at this time of the game. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go and win the game.
They look incredibly fired up, I have to say. That huddle they've just had. Kulusevski's got a Batman mask on today.
Yeah, Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Obviously got some sort of nose injury. He's a good player, though. Good player is Kulusevski, and hopefully we can keep him out of the game. Newcastle will be kicking off. They will be kicking from left to right in this first half. And blue strips, blue shorts, yellow socks is Newcastle United. We are very close to kickoff, and we are underway at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadion. And immediately Fabian Schär looking to the right-hand side. It's blocked. Miley gets a header on it, but it comes to Udogie now, breaking forward. Udogie gets past Miley, breaking in there to Richarlison, out wide to Kulusevski. Tottenham immediately go on the attack here. Udogie spins around, 3 Newcastle players on him, manages to find Basuma. Basuma goes across to Sarr. Sarr plays it wide now. Opportunity to get a cross in from Porro, and it's blocked and out for a Tottenham throw-in. Very quick start from Spurs, Billy.
Yeah, they've really gone at it from the off, haven't they? And a bit disconcerting to see Udogie going down that left-hand flank and Miggy not following him. I was very surprised by that.
Well, it's a long ball over the top there for Miggy, and it kind of clashed with Udogie, and Miggy seemed to stop running. And Udogie gets it back to the keeper now, so he will take his time and launch one forward. But Newcastle win it back. Anthony Gordon, just behind Isak there. And if it was in front of him, there was a big opportunity there for Isak going in on goal. Here's Son for Spurs. To Basuma. Back to Udogie. It's a very strange name, that. It's a very, very strange name. Udogie. It's
plays with a lot of style, though, doesn't he?
He does. Yes. Very good, Billy. Very, very good. As Kulusevski now bursts forward for Spurs. They've got a man on the right-hand side. I think this is Sarr for Tottenham. Sarr pulls it back to Kulusevski. Good work by Joe Linton. Good pressing again. Forces Tottenham to go back. Sarr lays it across to Udogie now. Kulusevski playing in that 10 role, Billy. He looks like he's got a bit of a free roll, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not sticking to that wide flank, is he? Like he usually does.
He is Son for Spurs. Good defending by Miggy. And Trippier is pushed over by Kulusevski, and a free kick to Newcastle United. Tottenham have shown their intent very much from the off, Bill.
Yeah, it looks like Brennan Johnson's playing on the wide right, and Kulusevski's got the floating role, which is, whether they do that quite a lot, I don't know. I haven't watched much of Spurs. But it'd be a good tussle, that Livramento via Johnson, because they're both pretty quick.
Absolutely. James says, just call him Destiny, Paul. I can't, because if I call him Destiny, I'll start singing the Lionel Richie song. And, people don't want to hear Lionel Richie during the commentary. Anyway, long goes Martin Dubravka. Again, I find these goal kicks strange when they aim for Miggy, because he's just not going to win a header, is he? Let's be honest. But Newcastle, well, Tottenham will be using up a lot of energy. Of course, they played Thursday night as well. And lost, of course, to West Ham. And when you see West Ham's score today, you'll think, how? Sorry, Jimmy. As Tottenham now come forward again with Sarr out to the right-hand side to Johnson. Basuma. Back to Romero. And he, in turn, goes back to Davies. Davies not a centre-back, Billy, so I would assume we try and get at him. I don't think Romero is either, is he?
He's a bit of a Paul Dummett type character, isn't he?
Yeah.
The left back past his best.
This is a good move by Tottenham. Richarlison trying to get a shot in. Great tackle from Bruno. Richarlison goes piling onto the floor, but Tottenham are really on top here in the opening 5 minutes. And they're coming down the right-hand side again now. Porro drives it across and it hits Brennan Johnson and goes out for a goal kick. But a little bit of danger there, Billy. Good move from Tottenham.
It was a good move, but Bruno doing his job fantastically. He's just kind of sheltering the back four. Got a great blocking on Richarlison there. And Richarlison, as he want, kind of belly flopped to the floor, didn't he? There's a hand in there.
Yeah, but Bruno's not even looking, is he? I mean, what made me laugh was Richarlison's dive at the end of that move, holding it. He's tripped over by Joe Linton, and then he goes down holding his face.
He did, yeah.
But he's not scored in his last 19 Premier League starts, Billy. I don't believe in omens, okay? We need a bit of possession here, Billy. We haven't had the ball at all in this first
five. Going to start there. That's a lovely little flick, that.
It certainly is. And here comes Kulusevski again. Inside to Richarlison going against Fabian Schär. Richarlison hits a shot, and it's over the bar. Richarlison claims a corner, and he doesn't get it. Or does he get it? I don't know. Again, a lovely little flick there by Son. Sends Kulusevski away. He plays it inside for Richarlison on his left peg. He fires it over. I'm still not sure what's being given because we're seeing another replay here. Good move. No, I think it was a corner, actually. I think it just clipped off Fabian Schär. And indeed, it is a corner to Tottenham. Just over 5 minutes gone, still goalless, but we just haven't been in the match at all right now. In comes the corner, headed away. Not brilliantly, that by Jamal Lascelles. It's a scramble in the box. We're under pressure. It's bouncing around, but eventually Isak hacks it away for Newcastle. And Udogie plays it down to, I think this is Sarr on the right-hand side now. Sarr launches a ball in. Richarlison tries to get there. It's a brilliant header from Lascelles, but again, the ball bouncing around, and Schär just belts it away. And this is just one-way traffic right now. Sarr on the ball again. Back to Romero for Tottenham. Plays it to Brennan Johnson. Midway through Newcastle's half. Johnson spins, tries to get round Livramento. No joy. But then that's a good ball. And in it comes. And Son is there. But great goalkeeping by Dubravka. Right at the feet of Son. Or else it was a tap in for the Korean. And off goes Miggy now. Cutting across the half. There's no support there. And he eventually finds Livramento. But this is... Oh, dear, Billy.
This is how Spurs start the game. This is how they started against Chelsea. They were fantastic the first 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they kind of hit the suicide button. It was weird. But, yeah, we've started to play a bit of football here, though.
We have Bruno on the ball. Lovely ball out to the left-hand side to Anthony Gordon. Livramento making up ground, as is Joe Linton here into the box. Joe Linton spins, turns, lays it back. And it's Bruno! He's hit the bar! That's unbelievable! I think he hit the bar. It looked like it hit the bar, Billy.
I'm not sure. I thought he sliced it wide, but we'll soon see here. Yeah, it's high. It's a great move, isn't it? He's trying to hit that far corner. Yeah. Look how close is that?
Oh, that's inches. Great effort from Bruno. You could have said maybe he should have hit the target. I don't know, but it's a close one. But good to see Bruno taking a shot.
Brilliant move as well, wasn't it? Great counter attack.
It was,
I think this is how we're going to play. Sponge up the Spurs attacks and hit them swiftly on the counter.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope that's the case. Still goalless as Eddie Howe just chomping down on his chewing gum and Richarlison spins. That's Newcastle's throw in. He's such a sulky player, Richarlison, isn't he? He's a proper baby.
Yeah, he's a Bruno Fernandes type attitude, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Fine when things are great for you, but you don't want him in the trenches next year.
No. Here's Jamal Lascelles across to Kieran Trippier. Trippier down to Almiron, but it's intercepted by Udogie, and I think he kept that in play. No, he didn't. Throw into Newcastle. Postecoglou just hands Trippier the ball there. How do you think Trippier will be feeling going into this, Bill?
Well, that pass there just kind of tried to fizz in there, weren't great, but yeah, I think he'd be keen to do well today against his old club.
Oh, Dubravka. Oh, I hate it when we do this, Billy. Tottenham pressing and we pass our way out, but we've done well. Joe Linton. That's a fabulous ball over the top for Gordon. And Gordon's away here. He's got two up front with him. Anthony Gordon. It's Isak. How's he not fucking scored?
Oh, I'm not sure he even got to him. I think he got cut out. I think
Davies got a touch on it. It should be a 1-0 Newcastle, Billy. It's a brilliant ball from Joe Linton. And Gordon's away like a flash, pardon the pun.
Oh, it's brilliant. No, he didn't. Davies didn't get a touch to it, but so did Isak, and he's put it wide from, he's 2 yards out, and he's hit his shin.
Oh, my God.
The deflection took it away from him, hasn't it? Brilliant defending.
Let's be fair to Isak. I mean, Davies flicked it up onto his shin. There was nothing Isak could do.
No.
But it should have been a goal. Ah, man. But that's promising. But what a ball from Joe Linton to send Gordon away. And that is promising. But
very clever how Gordon held the line, staying his own half, so he was on the side as well. Yeah. Brilliant.
But I think you're right. I think this is how we're going to play today. Soak up Tottenham, let them have a lot of the possession, and then, save some energy, keeping our shape, and then hitting them on the break. It was brilliant defending that by Davies, Billy, to be fair to the lad.
Yeah, he had no right to get a touch on it, really, did he? But even so, I mean, to be 2 yards out, just to hit his shin, it's really disappointing he didn't score.
Well, how many times do we see that happen and it ricochets and goes in the net? But Rick O'Shea, of course, doesn't play for Newcastle. No. He seems to always play for the opposition.
No. Davies' touch could have took it anywhere, couldn't it?
I mean, he had to go for it, or Isak would have had a tap in. He had to get some kind of touch on the ball, which he did. Unfortunately for us. Long ball forward by Tottenham. That's a little bit overhit. Richarlison chasing Dubravka. Dubravka takes a touch and then hits it left-footed up the field. Good bit of play that by Martin Dubravka, but Gordon standing in an offside position. And Tottenham have the ball back. Guys, please do subscribe if you are new to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. Let's see what we can finish today's stream on. But you do have to be subscribed if you want to take part in the chat as well. But if you do like the looks of the channel, hit that subscribe button. Here's Son on the left-hand side now for Tottenham. Lovely ball inside for Kulusevski. And Kulusevski's got the doggy ahead of him. He uses him. Doggy now on the left-hand side. Looking to try and get a cross in, but Trippier blocks it, and it goes out. And I believe he's given a goal kick there.
He might have deflected back onto Doggy shinning out, I think.
Yep. Looked that way. Yep, goal kick to Newcastle. 11 minutes gone, still goalless. But chances at both ends, it's fair to say. It's been a very open game. Both teams are going for it when they've got the ball. Tottenham certainly had it more than Newcastle, though. That's the thing. But
that high line of Spurs, though, we can get it so badly with our pace, especially down the left flank.
It's such a risky tactic to play, especially against a fast breaking team like Newcastle.
And Pedro Porro ain't the greatest defender in the world.
No, he's not.
Gordon's pace, we saw it there. He was streets ahead of what Porro had.
Oh, he's miles in front of him.
Plenty of joy to be had. That's a terrible throw-in.
Oh, my God. Joe Linton really had to stretch for that. Trippier, again, I think just needs to get into the game. Just forget. Oh, Fabian Schär. He's kicked the ball straight out of play. He's hurt himself. His arm's in the air. That's not good. Referee has stopped play. He's hurt his back here. I think it was when he landed, Billy. Or it looks like his hip.
He did, didn't he? Let's be honest. He did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Yeah, he's landed on his hip. But
It's
Kulusevski's got every right to go for the ball.
Yeah, he has.
It was a very, very heavy touch by Fabian Schär. I don't know what he's doing, messing around with it like that. But he's back on his feet anyway. Doesn't seem to have needed the train. I think it's more impact when he fell.
Yeah, plenty of chance to put it out to the right back there, the left back. Sorry.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
fiddling the fighting man with it.
Mm.
And Spurs will press. That's for certain.
Certainly will. Davies now goes back to Vicario in goal. And Tottenham break forward again. Now, good interception by Bruno. Trippier, Lascelles clears the ball. And Isak now in pursuit. Headed away by Romero. Miley is tackled by Udogie, but sticks on him. Udogie plays his way out of trouble. Romero back to Udogie. Newcastle again showing a good press, but Tottenham hanging on to the ball. Basuma, Davies inside. Now Tottenham have worked that really well to get out of danger there. And Udogie goes past Bruno. And eventually the referee gives a free kick to Tottenham for the trip by Bruno. That was very, very light touch Udogie there. He hardly touched him.
It was good foul to give, actually, because they could have been through.
They were away. Yeah, they were. Unfortunately for us.
Send him.
Newcastle on the break again. Joe Linton. He's dithering on the ball again. Joe Linton.
Got a free kick, that's all.
We got lucky there because, again, holding on to the ball too long, Joe Linton. He's complaining, but, I think he's more angry with himself there because he knew he should have let that ball go earlier because he's just...
Well, he had it running, didn't he, on that right side again?
Yeah, he did.
Left side.
Free kick inside the centre circle for Newcastle. Trippier having a little conversation with Livramento there. Son saying Trippier's just having a word with the bench there. It doesn't look 100% comfortable, Fabian Schär.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, Trippier's free kick. That's a beautiful free kick to Gordon. Gordon having a run but doesn't get any joy out of Porro. Porro spins around and gets the ball away for Spurs. He got lucky there through Bruno's legs. Richarlison now out to Son. Son, he's got Brennan Kulusevski, up with him. Son, but there it is. Miggy comes back and defends and denies him the corner. But then he's lost the ball to Son. He's gone down holding his face, Miggy Almiron, and got the free kick. I'm not sure it was, to be fair. I don't think Son did anything wrong there, but we've got a free kick in a very vital position.
Well, we'll see here. We'll see the replay here. But I mean, it looked like he went down like a sack of spuds for nothing. But we'll soon see.
He certainly did well initially, Miggy, and then he tries to take Son on.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's just brushed. No, there's no need to go down like that, Miggy. I'm sorry. I criticise a lot of players for doing that. Miggy's just done the same. There's nothing the matter with him, Billy.
It's a free kick. That's the only good thing I can say about it. It's Oscar worthy, that, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Ben says, I think Billy is a second or a second and a half ahead of Paul.
15:40, am I?
Just going on to 15:45.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. We're all in sync. Postecoglou was not happy at all with that decision there. And that's lovely play by Brennan Johnson. He's got away from Livramento. He's bursting forward. In comes the cross. Trippier's there to head it away. And it cleared all the Tottenham players in the box, thank God.
Yeah, first time I've seen Livramento ever beaten, I think.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, you don't see that happen very often. Flicked out to the right again to Brennan Johnson. Sorry, this is Porro. A lot of attacks coming down this right-hand side for Tottenham. In comes the cross. It's deflected and the corner to Spurs. Wow.
We saw Pedro Pony there. He's great in attack, but crap in defence. And, you've got to keep him at the other end of the pitch. I think that's the whole key to all of this.
Yep, absolutely. Louis says he literally got elbowed in the face. He didn't, Louis. He got brushed by the arm. Yes, the elbow was there, but it wasn't an elbow in the face. Oh, dear me. In comes the cross. It's a free header and it's off the line by Almiron. Wow. That was heading in the bottom corner of the net.
Fucker.
And again, the bounce doesn't go our way. Kulusevski, good work again from Miggy. He's doing very well defensively, Miggy. I have to say, vital clearance off the line, Billy. That was Nestling.
Yes, who's that? It's Trippier's man, isn't it? Man, Trippier's on. It's Son, in fact. Out jumped Trippier, and good clearance from Miggy.
It was going in the bottom corner. Blake Tucker, thank you for your 199 super chat. Says, how are the lads? Indeed, how are the lads? 1,300 watching. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Please do subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. And welcome to the Toon review to everyone that has subscribed so far. As Tottenham come again, cleared by Fabian Schär. Straight out of play, though. He's not happy with himself with that. Tottenham get on with it very quickly. Basuma inside now to Udogie. Udogie turns back to Basuma. He certainly likes to come forward, the left back, Billy.
Yeah, both of them do. Both sides. It's how they play. They're very, very attacking, aren't they? And high line. And it's just a case of if we can keep them out and hit them on the counter, we're in trouble.
Good ball over the top here, Kulusevski. But we managed to get back. Lascelles is there and did very well, actually, Jamal Lascelles.
The foul for them again.
It still bounces for Tottenham. Kulusevski to Son. Son to Basuma. They just can't get a shooting lane. Basuma's having to go all the way across the field. Out to Porro. Porro back inside to Basuma. Basuma to Udogie. Again, good press from Newcastle United, forcing Tottenham back. Here's Davies down the line for Son. Son's got 2 to beat. Kulusevski now plays it back to Basuma. Good work by Lewis Miley, forcing them to go back again. But Tottenham stay on the front foot. Little 1-2 between Davies and Basuma. Out wide now again to Son. Son will look to drive the ball in, and brilliantly taken by Dubravka, because Richarlison was flying in at the near post, Billy. A touch for Richarlison, he would have scored.
It was very
vital. Dubravka kept his eye on the ball.
He was very lucky there, because any touch from Richarlison is 1-0. Richarlison left on his own there, really, by Lascelles, I guess it would be. And any touch there scores. Luckily, he didn't get in touch with it. And Dubravka gathered it well. Behind Richarlison.
Yeah. And Schär nods it down now to Dubravka. Back to Fabian Schär. We're a little bit too open for my liking, Billy, when those balls come across. It seems to be a Tottenham man spare all the time.
Yeah. Well, because they push both full-backs forward, it's basically a 4 or 5 going at us against our back 4, so there's always one spare.
Yeah. Here's Kieran Trippier now for Newcastle. Knocks it back to Fabian Schär. Sorry, Lascelles. And Lascelles again dithering on with the ball. Richarlison shuts it down. And a free throw in now down by the corner flag for Newcastle United.
I think the defence should realise they're not going to get any time on the ball today. So they need to get the ball out quickly and be kind of decisive in the clearances and not... What's a foul?
Looked a foul, and the referee agrees.
I don't know where Simon Tide's got his comment from.
You what, bud?
I don't know where Simon Tide's got his comment from.
We are the better team. Well, Time and Tide, you must be a Tottenham fan, because certainly Newcastle haven't been the better side in the opening 20 minutes. We've had some good opportunities, don't get me wrong, on the counter-attack, but possession-wise and, Tottenham have looked a bit better. But they haven't scored in the opening 20 minutes, and I think that was crucial that we saw the first 20 out. I think a goal that Tottenham heads might drop if we can just get one.
I'll agree with you. That's good football.
Son, a lovely little flick again to Richarlison. Richarlison now gives it wide for Sarr. Sarr brings it forward. He's got Brennan Johnson making a run on the right-hand side. Johnson fires the ball in first time, but it was far too quick for Richarlison or Son coming in at the back post.
Pull that from Johnson.
Should have held on to that a bit longer, shouldn't he? Really fizzed it across far too early.
Yeah, first touch, he should have. Yeah, didn't give his forward a chance to get up with him, did he?
He was never getting there. Well, Chris says Spurs walking through the midfield. Successful passes in the final third so far, 47 for Tottenham and only 4 for the Newcastle, Billy.
That's about the size of it, I think. It's blatantly obviously that that's how it is at the minute. We are kind of living on scraps, and
that's terrible from us. Livramento will give a suicide ball to Schär, and Schär's tried to keep it in play, and unfortunately we've lost the ball again.
Yeah, Livramento did win that time. That's 3 of the back 4 that have done it now, and now they're on the attack Spurs.
A Doggy coming forward now for Spurs. It's got an opportunity to shoot here. Oh, why didn't he? It opened up brilliantly for him, and now Miggy's got the ball. Miggy's going for a run past Basuma. Joe Linton's down on the far side. Basuma wins the ball back for Spurs, and Spurs get a free kick. And meanwhile, Joe Linton's down on the far side, holding his right calf, Billy.
Yeah, right shin.
I think he went in for a tackle. Yeah, I think it was accidental, but that's a painful one. There, why didn't Doggy shoot on the edge of the box there?
I don't know, but why didn't Miggy cut inside here?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, Joe Linton's back on his feet. I'm not sure.
Well, it's delay the free kick, basically, I think.
Yeah. As we look at Sean Longstaff warming up. Paul Tully said before, we don't play well when we are too slow at the back. Defence just needs to offload the ball to the midfield quicker. Yeah, we do play better when we're at that high pace. When we try and slow it down, Billy, we just don't look the same, do we? In all fairness.
Spurs are pressing us as well at the back, and they haven't got the time to take a touch, really.
Bruno now for Newcastle. Back to Fabian Schär. Schär has Miley in support. Miley back to captain Jamal Lascelles, who goes across to Trippier at right back now. Trippier has a look, see what's available, rolls up the line to Miggy. Miggy back to Trippier. Trippier floats one forward. Lewis Miley takes it on his chest, flicks it to Miggy. Brilliant bit of play from Lewis Miley. And then Doggy there holding the shirt. Oh, that's a late one indeed. Very late one on Miggy, that by Romero, and that's a free kick to Newcastle United.
Yeah, he likes to keep his foot in on Romero.
Well, I think initially Ndoggy pulled Miggy back there, Billy, so it should have really been a free kick there before, Romero came in with what's only described as a stinking late tackle, but no yellow card. But a free kick in a very good position for us here, Bill.
Look how the hard line of Spurs is there. They're trying to. I mean, yes, last time Trippier's kind of diverged out to the left flank, didn't he? I don't know what's going to do this time, but got to watch the offsides.
Anthony Gordon's certainly out there as it's come across to Jamal Lascelles, and he can't keep it in play.
Just came off the wrong hoof.
Yeah, he's hurt himself there as well.
On the advertising board and yeah.
Holding the top of his right thigh, but he's jogging back now as Tottenham have got the play back underway. And Vicario there with a very, very interesting dinky pass to Davies. Now Kulusevski.
He's an excellent goalkeeper, Vicario.
He is. And here come Tottenham again down the right-hand side. Sarr in acres of space here. Sarr pushing, looking for Son on the left-hand side. Trippier read it well and heads it away for Newcastle United. Porro now for Spurs. Gives it to Romero. On the halfway line now, Romero brings it forward. Ball into Kulusevski, who's finding space all over the pitch at the minute. Porro. Yeah. No, that's a good ball too. And Doggy turns. He's got Son to the left. Here is Son into the box now, going against Trippier. Son gets to the byline. Ball whipped across. 1-0 Spurs. And it's the left back and Doggy who has scored the goal. And you can't say it hasn't been coming.
Yeah, brilliant play from Son to do Trippier there. Took it to the byline. Great hard cross low in. And there's Doggy who's followed up. A very attacking fullback, as we said earlier. Yeah. And scores from about 2 yards out.
Yeah. I mean, Son had Trippier on toast there, right to the halfway, right down to the byline. Fizzed it across as well. It was a very good finish from Doggy, considering the speed that ball came across. But it's too easy for Spurs, Billy.
Yeah, it is way too easy. Way too easy.
Look at the space they've got here. There's no closing down. And Doggy does brilliantly here to turn Miggy, gets it to Son. Son's got one thing in mind, and that's to get to the byline, which he does. And Doggy's got a really good tap in.
The defending's poor, though, isn't it? I mean,
well, the whole thing, Billy.
There's no marking in the middle of the box. I mean, look at him. He just walked in there, strolled in. No one followed him. No one near him. No. It's an awful defensive goal, but a great attacking one from Spurs, I have to say. And I'm not sure what Dubravka's doing either.
I'm not looking at Dubravka, Billy. The whole build-up to that goal was all over the shop. Just all over the place. And, Son did exactly what you're supposed to do there, Billy, and that's drive it across the penalty area. You can either get a deflection off a defender or you get, as Doggy did there, a tap in. And, it worked.
And they're coming again.
And here they come again. Sarr down the right-hand side. Sarr, ball in. Cleared away by Jamal Lascelles. Newcastle lose it again. Joe Linton still up beyond the ball. Basuma, who's been brilliant for Tottenham so far. Bruno comes across and deals with him. 3 Newcastle players over there on Basuma, and Gordon eventually comes away with the ball, but there's nobody in front of him. Bruno now. Back to Gordon. Bruno taken out late. That's a free kick to Newcastle. Silly foul to give away there from Spurs because they were in a position there where they just had us penned in, Bill.
Yeah, they did. It's an interesting, conundrum, this, because we're not great when we concede first, but Spurs ain't great when they score first, so Lord knows what's going to happen here.
Spurs have had an awful record when they've scored first.
Here we go.
Trippier now down the line for Almiron, who, of course, scored a brilliant goal here last season. And now down the line for Lewis Miley. Miley ball into the box. It comes all the way to Anthony Gordon. Gordon lays it off. Joe Linton shoots. And it's blocked for a corner. I don't think he put everything behind that, Billy. It was like a side foot powder puff.
Yeah, trying to bend it in the top corner, wasn't he? And Basuma did really well to get in the way.
Just blast it.
Basuma's the difference between this side of Spurs last year, because he wasn't in last year's side with Conte, was he?
Yeah.
And he's playing much better this season.
Yeah. Tottenham yet to concede a goal from a corner this season.
I like seeing stats like that just before a corner.
So do I. Yeah. I mean, the minute Son is marking Lascelles, and there's a vastly huge size difference. In comes the corner, headed away by Richarlison, up into the air, but the referees give a free kick to Spurs for a foul on Vicario. Ooh. Looney Toon says, we just can't blame fatigue any longer. These are just poor performances away from home. Well, you can't blame for fatigue in the first half an hour, to be fair. I mean, we've been rotten. We've had 2 counterattacks, but on the whole, Billy, we've been rotten.
I think you can blame fatigue. I really do. It's the same lineup for kind of Pope aside 5 or 6 games.
Well, I know, Billy, but, fatigue can count for a lot of things, but we've just been sloppy, Billy. We're just not picking men up.
That's fatigue. That's what fatigue does to you. Oh, it's a great flick.
Lovely flick on, and Brennan Johnson was making a run there. Kulusevski now gives it to Johnson. Son is completely unmarked at the back post, and in came Sarr and should have scored.
Yeah.
Brilliant ball in from Brennan Johnson. And you know what it is? They had 2 at the back post because look, Cher's gone completely. Lascelles gets pulled across by Kulusevski, and now Trippier's had to come into the middle. And there's 4 Tottenham players behind him.
Yeah, and there's no legs. There's no legs. Wow. I mean, you expect Miley to be back, he's not. You expect Miggy to be back, he's not. I mean, it's literally down to legs.
Long ball forward again from Dubravka. Flicked on this time. Miggy goes on the chase. Davies comes back, launches it forward again for Spurs. Lascelles is underneath this one, takes it down on his chest. But again, Kulusevski right on top of him. And it's out for a throw to Newcastle, which Kieran Trippier will take. I don't think we've put 4 or 5 passes together, Billy. We've had a couple of good attacks, but they've come through a very quick through ball.
Yeah. We've not got any control on the game whatsoever, have we? Let's be honest.
No, none at all. Chris Butcher, thank you for your 199 super chat. He says, very disappointed in Isak. No closing or running. Well, he's got a chance here because Gordon's bringing it forward. Bruno swings it out to the right-hand side now to Kieran Trippier. Trippier hangs on, gives it to Bruno. Miley's offside, but it's taken off him by Richarlison, who disappears past Trippier like he's not there. And it's now into Son. Tottenham can really break here, but Son has overhit that. He could have given it to Kulusevski, who I think was in a better position, Billy. And I think we got away with one there.
Absolutely. But again, it's sloppy, isn't it? Even in attack that time. Just don't look at it at all. This could be a long evening, this.
Yep. 31 minutes gone. It's 1-0 to Tottenham. Udogie's goal. The difference between the two sides, but the goal was coming for quite some time. As Dubravka looks for a way out here, swings it out to the right for Trippier. Trippier nods it on. Not a great header, straight to a Tottenham player, and Kulusevski can't keep that in. But some of these Tottenham players, a lot of them played Thursday night, Billy, and look, a little bit fresher.
They did. They did.
I mean, they've had horrendous injury problems as well. Let's not forget that their players are having to play a lot of minutes as well. So
they are, but not as many as us. They've not got Champions League football. They haven't got Carabao Cup football. So you know, all they've got is Premier League football, and yeah, it's sustainable for them. That's good ball.
I don't think it would maybe count Carabao for us, Billy, because we changed practically the whole 11.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's a good ball over the top. Isak trying to give chase, but a good defending again from Davies. Here's a doggy. Back to Davies. I mean, it's sometimes, Billy, it looks like Tottenham are playing with three at the back. A doggy's playing the midfield.
Yeah. Good
press by Miley. We win the ball back now. Almiron. He's got Bruno inside. Bruno head up with a bit of space. Looking for Gordon. Good header away. Good player there by Romero got it away. Here is Porro now for Tottenham, driving forward. Good pressing that by Joe Linton. And that's given away to Isak. Now, what can Isak do? He's got Gordon wide. Gordon's got Miggy. Almiron again. He's fluffed up the shot.
Powder puff.
For God's sake, what a chance to equalise that is. I'm sorry, but you cannot give excuses for finishing like that.
Yeah, he's got to score there.
He's on his left foot, just bending in the corner. And again, it's a pass back to Vicario. Jesus Christ on a bike, man. And Son at the other end now for Spurs. Richarlison gives it back to Son. Good defending by Trippier, corner Tottenham. In fact, the offside flag's up, so we get away with that.
It was a great move as well, wasn't it? But, you know, they manoeuvred it wide so that the spare man was Miggy. All he's got to do is put it in the far corner. It's one apiece.
I'm just looking at Lascelles again there when he tried to keep that ball in play.
Yeah, he had a dead leg forward, didn't he?
Just seeing the goal again here. Son taking Trippier on, whips it across.
Maybe Lascelles injured.
Yeah. Well,
he's still holding his thigh.
Yeah, Lascelles is not looking good here.
You know, why didn't he stick a foot out?
Scooby says Almiron had a goal line clearance. Chill the fuck out with the hate on him. Oh, God.
To stand there and clear off the line and finish a chance like that.
Christ almighty. Come on.
Brilliant, you know, Linton.
He missed one at Everton, exactly the same. You cannot miss chances like that in the Premier League. Lascelles plays it wide now for
miles offside there.
And Miggy's miles and miles offside. Free kick to Tottenham. Nobody's hating on Miggy. You've got to score there. You've got to score. He had exactly the same chance at Everton, Billy, and exactly the same powder puff shot.
Yeah, there was no power behind it, was there? And all you have to do is, he scored those goals to a dozen last season. But yeah, he was very, very powder puff there. The Lascelles looks a bit, he got a free kick for that. Fuck off.
That ball was rolling, surely. Yes, it was. Tottenham complain about that, and the ref says, well, hang on a minute. What am I supposed to do? The ball's rolling. You can't take a free kick as the ball's rolling. Sarr out to Porro. Johnson. Back to Porro now. Inside to Sarr. Sarr and Basuma are just controlling this game, Billy.
Yeah, they are.
Long ball by Sarr, looking for Son. Headed away by Trippier. But a doggy is there in a flash. But his control wasn't great, and Lascelles has to play it out. Lascelles, I think, is not looking comfortable.
No, but Miggy again there, Rob Boy, doggy.
Here's Lewis Miley, forced into a corner, and sort of backheels the ball out. It goes for a throw into Tottenham, and they get on with it quickly. Sarr back to Davies. Davies back, just knocking it around nonchalantly. Tottenham. Son. Beautiful touch. Now to Basuma. They've got men free on the right-hand side here. Porro in miles of space, and he's got Brennan Johnson ahead of him. Here is Johnson. Gordon shuts him down, but Johnson spins and gets away and plays it inside for Porro. Joe Linton makes a tackle. No foul, says the referee. Porro went rolling around like he broke his ankle, but suddenly he's back up, knowing Tottenham is still on the attack. That's incredible recovery. Sarr and Basuma just playing about 25 1-2s between themselves. Udogie. I'll tell you what, Billy. Udogie looks a hell of a player, by the way.
Well, we criticised him in the 21s, but...
We did. Richarlison flying in on Bruno there to win the ball back. Maybe that's what we need. A couple of tackles like that to get us going. Long ball looking for Son. Trippier gets ahead to it, but it's going to reach Son anyway. Son on the left-hand side, again, running at Kieran Trippier. And he gets around again. Richarlison, 2-0. Oh, my God.
I did say Richarlison was... Well, I didn't say I'd score, but once he said he won't score, he was obviously going to.
Oh, but Billy, the defending.
Trippier there was awful. And the marking in the box again. But it's no less than Spurs deserve. They've been excellent first half, and we've been the complete opposite. And this could get nasty.
I mean, Richarlison won it back for Spurs with a really, really strong tackle on Bruno, but he won the ball. Fair enough, fair play. Long ball there. Trippier could only get a light sort of touch on it. It comes to Son. Really nowhere to go, yet somehow he gets past Trippier. I mean, it's just...
I mean, it's obvious he's going there as
well. We talk about the strikers being powder puff, Billy, but that was powder puff defending.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious he's going to go to the byline. He's already done it to him once. He's done it again. He got a foot on it, but it was soft as shite. But then look at nobody watching Richarlison, just letting him go.
It's absolutely horrible. I mean, I
mean, what the centre half's doing?
I mean, the thing is, Billy, Bruno's looking directly at Richarlison,
but he gets back in the end, doesn't he? But yeah,
but there's no challenge on him.
Yeah.
No spoilers in the chat, please. Mods will chuck you out. Simple as that. No spoilers. Wait till we've commentated on it, and then you can have the chat in the conversation. Why do you want to spoil it for people that can't watch the game? Just don't put spoilers in, please. I know this could be a long day, but let's not put spoilers. Mods, just chuck them out if they put spoilers in. Here's Vicario. Plays it long, looking to the right-hand side for Brennan Johnson. Johnson takes it down the outside of his boot. Inside for Porro. Porro down to Richarlison now. Richarlison inside to Kulusevski. Kulusevski running at Lascelles. Kulusevski looking for the left foot. Gives it back to Son. Son going against Trippier again. Cuts it back onto his right. Son darting across the box. Lovely ball to Pedro Porro. Porro fires in. It's blocked by Livramento. Joe Linton gets a foot to it. Oh, dear God. I mean, this is... It's comedy gold. It's comedy gold.
This is as bad as it gets. And of course, Alexander Isak with the least touches in the game. It's
well, I mean,
look, but the midfield player Moyes had 13 touches. I mean, that's how much the midfield has been dominated.
Yeah.
Let's give a free kick there for absolutely piss all.
Romero goes down.
But of course, playing this lineup now and getting a hiding leaves us in the shit for Wednesday. We're going to play the same lineup again. If it invests them today and haven't got a hiding, surely we're better off.
Well, we did have a bad feeling about it, didn't we? Which is why we said maybe play some of the kids and put a more, concentrate on Wednesday. But I don't know. I mean,
it's a learning curve for Eddie Howe. Of course it is. With all these amount of games and stuff. But you think, with the Bournemouth and the Brighton games, the Everton game, that he'd learn something from that, He hasn't, has he? And again.
Nope. Cross comes in again, and again, Son is just standing behind Trippier waiting for the ball. Trippier did well. Oh. Not a great touch by Joe Linton. And it comes to Porro, and he's just wide. Could so easily have been... Well, it was Brennan Johnson who hit that. It could have easily been 3 there, Billy. I mean, Trippier's header, he clears it. But Joe Linton again, just
touch.
Dillion on the ball. Joe Linton's been terrible the first half. He's been woeful.
Yeah, and look, he's gone down like a sack of spuds again.
Yeah, he wasn't even touched there.
Oh, he's hit the post there.
Wow, he has hit the post. Jesus. Long ball again from Martin Dubravka. Isak. He's not even challenging for the ball. He's not even jumping for headers. I don't understand why he can't jump.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, that's the bad from Cher. We've lost the ball again. And here's a chance for Kulusevski, and he couldn't. The ball just wouldn't come down for him, would it? But awful from Fabian Cher, dwelling on the ball again. I mean, you can't explain this.
Well, I can. It's fatigue. Well, it's exactly what it is. It's mental. We know these players aren't like this usually. It's mental fatigue, it's physical fatigue. The two of them together, we're in here.
That's a good ball. And Isak now going against Porro. Skips inside. Isak, that's a great bit of skill. Lays it into Joe Linton, but he's offside.
Yeah, Isak was offside.
Yeah. Shove a shark up my arse. This is dreadful. It's absolutely... It's awful to watch, isn't it, Billy? It's sort of terrible because we know we're so much better than this.
Yeah, a million times. It's not down to formation or anything like that. It's just basic players that aren't fit to play, really. But we've got no choice. Well, we have got choices. We can play youngsters, but he seems unwilling to do that, and we're kind of reaping the rewards of that, I guess.
Looney Toon says, stop making excuses. We can't keep making excuses for the poor away form. Joe Linton now. Nice touch by Anthony Gordon. Joe Linton. That's awful. I mean, that's a simple ball to the right. And Tottenham now break away. Son is going like 1,000 miles an hour here. He's got Kulusevski to his left. He plays in Kulusevski. It's somehow not gone in the net. How has that gone wide?
It's Richarlison.
I mean, they're appealing for a corner. I'm not sure what the hell they're going to get, but that was terrible. Awful from Joe Linton.
Yeah, he did really well, and then the pass was awful, wasn't it?
Yeah, but look at Son. He's away. I mean, the pass was beautiful for Kulusevski. And then, how has Richarlison missed that?
It possibly could be a corner. If Richarlison ain't touched it, it probably is a corner, actually.
I think it hit well.
It deflected off whoever it was.
I mean, that's as easy a header as you're going to get from it. It is a corner from Tottenham, and it comes. Richarlison's header into the arms of Dubravka, who quickly rolls it out very, very quickly for Trippier. But to be honest, I want to see half-time whistle. I mean, I don't know what Eddie does at half-time, Billy, but something has to change.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game's gone, if I'm perfectly honest.
Foxy said it could have been a very different game if Gordon and Isak were more clinical. With that clear chance at 0-0, not good enough, sadly.
Yeah, Gordon could have gone himself, couldn't he? But he chose to play the ball across. It was only a fantastic bit of defending from Davies that stopped Isak scoring. But are we confident that Isak would have scored? I'm not sure we are at the minute.
I mean, the Miggy fan club will be all over us again. But Miggy's miss was dreadful, simply dreadful. You can't miss chances like that in games like this. You just can't. He missed it against Everton. He's missed this one. I mean,
even Livramento looks...
Yeah, he does. Joe Linton, can he get a touch on for Anthony Gordon? He can. Gordon's in a lot of space down the left-hand side here. Newcastle players getting forward, but Gordon loses the ball. Sarr dribbles round him. He's been immense this first half, as is Basuma. Brennan Johnson spins away from Livramento. That surely went out. The linesman said no. I mean, he's watching the ball there.
So we're on attack now.
Joe Linton now. 3 minutes of added on time at the end of the first half, but Joe Linton's pass is woeful. Straight out of play.
But even Anthony Gordon there with his pace and that just...
Yeah, but Livramento, Billy. I mean, Livramento just doesn't look...
Again.
We know the player he is. They all look just a yard. Well, not just a yard. They look 2 yards off it. Looks like another very frustrating afternoon for Newcastle United. Livramento now. Gordon. Romero comes out to deal with him. Nice touch to Bruno. Kulusevski all over him. Finds Anthony Gordon. Gordon back to Bruno. And again, Bruno looking for that right-hand side, but the pass just isn't on. It is now. That's a great ball from Bruno across to Trippier on the right-hand side. Trippier spins it in. It's a good ball, that, and we'll get a corner out of it. This would be a very, very good time to get a goal back, Billy.
Yeah, brilliant defending from Basuma, because if he wasn't there, I think we would have been really in on goal.
Yeah, we would. Picking the men up very well at Tottenham at the minute. But this would be a great time to get one back. Certainly give the lads a bit of confidence going in at half-time. And it comes from Trippier, all the way looking for the back post to Lascelles. Well, I mean...
That's just unfortunate, that.
Yeah.
That's...
Richarlison kind of got a head on it, and it sort of bounced off Lascelles' shoulder. And Tottenham have a throw in midway through their own half now, as they'll just want to see out the half, not concede, and go in with a very comfortable 2-0 lead, Billy.
And it's flattered us 2-0. Let's be perfectly honest about it. I mean, this could be 4-5. It really could. It's a team that have got injuries, but they have got some depth to play with. You know, the Spurs' squad is far deeper than ours is.
Yep. Ben Drury, see you later. Idiot. Here's Bruno now for Newcastle. Turns, and it's back with Livramento. 30 seconds of additional time left here. Dubravka swings it out to the left, looking for Joe Linton. But it's going to come to Anthony Gordon. Romero comes to close him down and wins the ball. Oh, and then nutmegs Joe Linton. Oh, dear God. Oh, that just sums up our first half. It really does. Here's Richarlison to Romero. Now to Kulusevski. Kulusevski into the box. Wide for Son. Son back to Romero. They may as well have a shot here. There's not much time left. Kulusevski, first time ball. Richarlison over the bar. And I think that'll do it for the first half. Indeed it does. Thank Christ. It's half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's Tottenham 2, Newcastle 0. Billy, do you want to try and sum that first half up for us?
Yeah, it's. If you thought Everton, Bournemouth and Brighton were bad, this is a million times worse. But you've got to credit Spurs. They've played some really good football, actually. But they're playing against players that are dead on the feet. And that's contributed to a 2-0 scoreline, which hugely flatters us. And we're lucky. We could have scored, you know, and lucky that Ben Davies got a little touch on a great cross on one counter. Looked all right for the first 10-15, but defensively, we're so behind the game. We really are. Dithering on the ball, slow to get back. No one's marking. It's a recipe for disaster. And 2-0 to Spurs, it flatters us, really.
Does he make any changes at half-time, Billy?
Well, he should do, but he probably isn't. You know, I'm starting to get a little bit cheesed off with it. You know, he should have learned by now. We've seen it in 3 or 4 games, you know, that we can't keep playing the same players every game. And yet he is. And it's not just bad for today, it's bad for Wednesday, because Wednesday comes and the same players will be out there again. Yeah. You know, so we're getting no benefit at all. If he rested players today, we might have had a chance Wednesday. If we get this beat today, with these players on the pitch for 90 minutes, we'll get beat Wednesday as well. Absolutely no doubt about it.
I mean, look, Isak's offering pretty much nothing. I mean, look, Isak hasn't had a lot. You know, Tottenham have done a lot of attacking, which means that our striker isn't going to see a lot of the ball.
Yeah, he's had no service today, but he's been powder puff when he has had the ball, hasn't he?
Yeah. Miggy's had a good chance to score, fluffed it again. You know, Anthony Gordon looks dreadfully tired. Joe Linton's been absolutely awful. But again, you know, we're just asking too much of these players. And you know, we did say in the preview, Billy, would it come down to maybe just saying, right, let's just put some of the kids out against Tottenham. Let's, you know, at least the kids have fresh legs. You know, they might not be good enough. We might get beat, but we've got a very big game coming up in midweek. And it's like, you know, Eddie seems to be blinkered with game to game instead of thinking ahead. And that could be a downfall for Eddie, because he's good. When you've got a game like Milan coming up, as you say, Billy, it's very important that you plan ahead. Certainly when your squad is stretched like this.
Well, what he's done is sacrificed both games, I think, by playing the same side today.
Simon Ward, thank you for your £2 super chat. He says, we knew this was coming, same week in, week out. Paul Watson says the full team is dead. Mark says, I'd bring Miggy off for Wilson and move Gordon to the right and put Isak on the left. Southern Geordie says, I know it's difficult, but how could have managed this crisis a little better? Well, look, you've got to ask questions, Billy. And just because you're asking questions, it doesn't mean that you're jumping on the Eddie Howe out bandwagon. Because, you know, you have to ask questions as to why he hasn't used some of the players that he's had sitting on the bench to rest some people. Because this game against Milan is huge, because it's one of those games where, you know, you have to say, right, we need a result to stay in Europe. Okay, whether that be the Champions League or the Europa League, it doesn't matter. We want to still be in Europe. But he has these blinkers on, which he says we only think about the game ahead, the game ahead. But sometimes when you're in an injury crisis like this, even as fans, we can see that the players are just dead on the feet. And people will say, oh, yeah, but Eddie sees them in training day to day. That doesn't matter. You know, training day to day isn't the same as playing a competitive match. And especially the Premier League, it's 100 miles an hour all the time.
I'm amazed he hasn't learned by it. You know, we've seen it before. As I say, I keep saying it. The Brighton game was on the back of a long few games together. The Bournemouth game certainly was. The Everton game in the middle of this spell we're in now, and the Spurs game is the one. Is 3 days after that. So, you know, it was pretty blatantly obvious to me, despite our kind of bravado and predicting the scores yesterday. I said my head says one thing, my heart says another. My head says we're on the back end of a good idea here, and so it's proved to be so far. You know, it's I just don't see how a team can be rested in 3 days when they were absolutely dead in the feet Thursday. You know, it's common sense for me, I've got to say. I mean, I know it's a learning curve, Freddie. He's not been used to European football, the amount of games we're playing, but it seems common sense that you can't keep playing the same players week in, week out, despite we've had loads of injuries. Well, you have to go to the next level down, then play the kids, as we keep saying. You know, you've got to keep your players. I mean, it's increasing the risk of injury as well. I mean, it's all those things added together. You know, we've got injuries as it is, and if we keep playing tired players, they're going to get injured as well.
Abs says, sorry, Eddie has been brilliant for us and we have an injury crisis. We are well placed in the league, so let's get some perspective. Abs, you know, you are.
If Eddie Howe murdered 15 kids, you'd say, it was, you know,
Abs,
you've got to be critical.
You need to get some perspective, right? Whenever we are critical, you always have something to say. Yes, we are allowed to criticize. You know, the players make mistakes, managers make mistakes. We can criticize when things aren't going well, and you can see it not going well. All we're asking is a question is why he's not rotating and having some of the players on the bench on the pitch to give some of these players a rest. I mean, you are allowed to ask questions. Honestly, man. Joe Linton has been poor. Miggy and Gordon have been out, our most positive players. And Isak looks decent when he has a little bit more of time. I'm not sure Joe Linton's been one of our better players. He's lost the ball a hell of a lot in that first half.
He said he'd been poor. He said Miggy and Gordon have been two of our better players.
Southern Geordie says, but yet again we have chances and fail to take them.
We've had a couple. That's for certain.
One says, Nigel Thomas, I think the Sells thigh holding was because he ran into the signage. Yeah, but it's the same leg that he did. He had a dead leg from Thursday. And you know what a dead leg's like? It lingers for days on end. And if you get another blow on it, it's painful. Looney Tunes says, we need to change it up. If we lose, so be it. At least the first team get a rest. Yeah. I think that, you know, it's the obvious thing to do.
No, the thing is, you can't change the whole team. I mean, that 11 there, goalkeeper side, you 10 outfield plays, you could take any of them off, couldn't you? And they've all been not good enough.
Yeah. Guys, nearly 1,800 watching. Thank you again for your support during this watch along. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, click the button to subscribe. Hit the Toon Review logo and join this amazing community that we have on the Toon Review. Let's see what we can finish the stream on today as we head towards 26,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Rothwell says, if we lose to Milan, Howe's position as manager has to come into question. Paul Tully says, mind-boggling. He hasn't made changes from Everton. That was the game to make changes. John says, Miggy is dreadful. Big Joe's first touch is infuriating, but hey-ho. Parrot says, Trips needs a rest desperately. He's been playing every single game for weeks and weeks. It was only going to be a matter of time until he was bound to get tired and make mistakes. Charlie says, hey, we are watching the game. Sound completely off and you on full blast. Please, a massive shout out to Stuart, who has been wanting to watch for a long time. You guys are awesome. Stuart, thank you for watching, buddy. Kenzie says, everything seems bad right now, but we will never have this situation happen to us ever again in the near future. I'm looking at the bigger picture right now. Yeah, but the bigger picture could come too late for us. You know, with the bigger picture could come when we're, you know, like lingering mid-table Premier League. We're out of Europe. we've got.
And let's not forget. If he goes to the well again on Wednesday with these same 11 players, you'd think you wouldn't put the kids in against Milan. Then we've got Fulham 3 days after that. So where do we go from there?
Yeah. Daniel Kane says we lose this today, we are out of the top 4 race, which is on if settled for the top 7. But on Wednesday against AC Milan, we'll get smashed. I mean, let's not be, I mean, there's ultra negative and there's been sort of, critical. And we have a right to be critical when we're playing like this, because you can't keep playing 11 players like this in the Premier League. It's just impossible.
But Paul, if he's not putting the kids in for Spurs or Everton, he's not going to put them in for Milan, is he?
Oh, hell no. Absolutely not.
So, I mean, we're a step further on 3 days later against Milan. It's not, I don't think it's been negative. I think it's been realistic, if I'm honest.
Well, Graham says, I love Eddie, but his inexperience is now showing. He should have focused on Wednesday. Chris Butcher says, what is going on with Hall? Is something wrong? We look like boys playing against men at the moment. The lads need a holiday. James says, this hurts so much to watch. We look slow, weak, tired, just second best in every category. Praying for a how magical talk. Can we ask Liverpool to borrow their magic inhalers? Snow Leopard says, who'd be manager? Everyone is a bloody expert. No, we're not experts. We never claim to be experts. All we are is fans. And as fans of the football club, that gives us the right to ask questions and question certain decisions. We don't have praise, Eddie Howe, when things are going right, but when things are going wrong and certain things can be done, then yeah, I think he's got to try and do something different. You can't keep playing these same players, because I said, Billy, the pace of the Premier League is just, it doesn't allow you to do that.
No, and whenever do we see us dither on the ball and wait for the players to kind of get on our cases and lose the ball to them? It doesn't happen. This is why I know it's down to fatigue. Nothing to do with quality or effort or anything like that. It's down to fatigue. But the thing is, we saw this coming days ago. It was obvious to everyone that fatigue would hit at some point in these massive winner games. We've still got a massive winner game to come, incidentally. I mean, these players can't come back quick enough for me. They really can't.
Well, but let's not forget, Billy, as well. Let's not forget, right, that we were, even when we had a full-strength team, remember, we were questioning how substitutions quite a few times. Let's not forget that. Sometimes his substitutions have baffled us. But listen, he is the manager. He's got our full backing. Yeah, but we're allowed to ask questions. I mean,
absolutely.
Anybody saying Eddie Howe out, you've lost the plot, right? After what the man's done for the club, right? 100%. But he'll be learning as he goes as well. But he will make mistakes, and when he makes mistakes, we as fans are allowed to criticise. But he still has my 100% support as manager of this football club.
Well, we wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for Eddie Howe. We wouldn't be playing all these round games if it weren't for Eddie Howe. So we can't, anyone shouting Eddie Howe out is an absolute fruitcake. But we'll have to say something disdaining about him, and I think he has got it wrong. Absolutely no doubt about it.
I mean, so some people are questioning in the chat saying, is Eddie Howe sending a message to the owners for January? January is going to be a huge month for us, because obviously we get players back, but again, do we trust that certain players come back and don't get injured again? Well, because I think we have to sign a striker.
January is an odd one, because Eddie Howe might say, I need players, but Dan Ashworth would be quite right to say, well, I bought you Lewis Hall, you never play him.
Well, I don't understand the Lewis Hall thing. Ryan says, why the Fook is Trippier still playing? Rest him.
No, Son's definitely targeting him, hasn't he? He made the same move twice, which is, again, I mean, the first one he's powered up for. He didn't get near him the first one, but he's powered up for the second one.
I'm just seeing the second one now, Billy. It's awful.
He knew he was getting going that way as well. He did exactly the same with the first goal, really. And it's not Trippier. That isn't Trippier at all. We all know how great Trippier is as a defender, as a footballer, as an attacker, and he's gone. He's basically gone, mentally and physically.
They just look. I mean, they look frustrated as well, Billy, because they just look devoid of any ideas.
And people are saying Spurs have injuries. Well, they have lots of injuries, but they have a much bigger squad than we do.
No, they do.
Spurs were playing Champions League football every year for 5, 6, 7 years. They've got massive FFP. They've been able to go out and buy players. Their squad is much bigger than ours.
But they haven't got European football this season.
And of course, I haven't got European football this season. So, they're getting rest as well. So, yeah, they might have played 3 days ago, but, they're not playing European football.
Conjo says, it's the no desire that's pissing me off for the away games. Why does it take a home crowd to get the players fired up? Isak and Gordon have been passengers this game, more so Isak. I think Gordon's been involved, but again, just seeing Isak's miss there, Billy, and it's great defending, to be fair. He had to get a touch on that, Davies, but it's one of them that it could have gone anywhere. But if you look at Davies' angles, his right foot, it's a very clever clearance.
He could have put it in his own net, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Anyhow, they'll come out the second half and...
Yeah, they're out now for the second half. I don't see any changes, but there hasn't been any confirmed changes for Newcastle yet.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yep. As Newcastle make their way onto the pitch, and it does look like the same 11 that is going to go back out again. So no changes for Newcastle United at half-time. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, again, he's pushing them to the limits here, the absolute limits. I don't see, we're 2-0 down. We're going to have to give a monumental effort here with this 11 to get back into this game. For me, we've got to think about Milan. We've got to think about Milan. Anyway, we're ready to kick off here. Tottenham will kick us off. They now go from left to right. It's going to be Richarlison to get us underway for the second half, and we're off. Second half underway immediately. Tottenham look to the left towards Son. Basuma now for Tottenham. Gets it down to Porro. Porro inside to Sarr. Sarr breaking for Tottenham. Outside now to Brennan Johnson, who's got a good overlap from Sarr, but doesn't use him. NUFC 1892, thank you for your £5 super chat. Should have played Richie and Kraft, as they can't play on Wednesday. Well, I mean, look. Again, we all have our opinions on it, but at the end of the day, it's Eddie who makes that final decision. No changes, Billy.
I'm not surprised. That's indicative of Eddie Howe.
Isak on the ball now in his own half. He's lost the ball. Bouncing around. Sarr now for Tottenham. They're just in complete control. Ben Davies now for Spurs. To Sarr. Back to Davies.
Gordon through the middle. He's at left.
Yep. He's put Gordon up front.
So how long this lasts for?
Billy, just time check.
46 and 16.
Yeah. Ian Chilvers, who's been a member for 10 months, says, can see us getting pumped this half and then again on Wednesday. Richarlison's gone down, by the way, holding the back of his head like he's been shot. I mean, this is Isak's opportunity now to come right into this game, Billy.
Well, it is, yeah. But he's not going to track back and out Livramento, who's also looked a bit shaky the first half. So
I think you'll see more of the ball. You'll see more of the ball than he would in the middle.
Well, he used to do a great bit of defensive work there, so I'm on arsehole, aren't I?
Bruno, nice ball out now to Almiron. He's only got Gordon ahead of him, so he is going to have to spin back. He's done well there, Miggy. And back now to Kieran Trippier.
He did do well there.
Trippier goes to Fabian Schär. Schär then launches one for Kieran Trippier. Lovely ball. Now Trippier down the right-hand side. He's got an overlap from Almiron. Doesn't use him. Now he does. Trippier then goes right. Almiron, there's that opportunity for the 1-2, but Bruno gives it back to Trippier. Again, they're just reluctant to cross.
Well, they can't because they've got no one in the middle. But Gordon ain't going to do anything in the air, is he?
Well, long ball again, looking for Trippier. Trippier jumps and wins it. It comes down to Miley. It's in the air. Sarr wins it. Kulusevski denied there by Bruno, but then break. Good defending by Fabian Schär. Brilliant defending by Schär. Joe Linton now down to Bruno. Bruno flips it over for Miley. Miley then gives it wide for Almiron. Almiron again has that overlap from Trippier. Trippier couldn't get the cross in, but it's blocked by a doggy for a corner. That's better, Billy.
Yeah, much better. That's great bit of football there. Kept the ball as well, which was a first for the game.
Yeah. Some nice passing as well.
A little bit of a rest at half time has worked wonders, and hopefully we can get something in the corner and put the squeezes on Spurs, because I think that bottle will go if we do get one back.
Well, we've seen it happen with Spurs many, many times. In comes the corner, headed away by Davies. That was an excellent corner, by the way, right into the danger area. Flicked wide now for Isak. Isak brings it down, turns, lays it back to Gordon. Isak. See, this is the problem. Gordon's supposed to be a striker, but that's coming into the box now, looking for Lascelles. It's flicked on and cleared away by Pedro Porro.
Bit of pressing here, though, isn't it? It's a first for the game, constant pressure.
It is, yeah. Miggy now on his left foot into Bruno. Bruno back to Almiron. That's awful control from Miggy. That's the quality just missing here. And Tottenham are flying forward here. This is an incredible run by Kulusevski. Clips it up towards Brennan Johnson. Heads it on, looking for Richarlison. And good defending by Bruno. Joe Linton then going in for a challenge with Basuma.
Do wonder if there's a hand in our area there.
Yeah. Tottenham did appeal for it, but I think it would have been incredibly harsh, Billy. Here's Kulusevski again. I think you're right, though. I think a goal for Newcastle early in the second half, Tottenham would get very nervous. But here's Sarr breaking forward wide now for Brennan Johnson. Johnson cuts inside into the penalty area, floats it across. Lascelles is there. Cher heads it away. Cher went down. I'm not sure he was fouled there, but here's Isak now. Isak just outside his own box, rolls it to Cher. Cher has a look. Plays it right across the face of goal to Lascelles. Lascelles to Trippier. Trippier, nice first touch to Bruno. Bruno now will bring it forward. Good play by Bruno. But again, he needs support. That's a lovely ball for Gordon. Gordon now, he's got Romero coming across to him. Gordon's taken out, free kick to Newcastle.
The yellow card there.
You can see there. You could see Romero was going to make no attempt to get the ball, but he was always going to foul him there.
Yeah. I mean, he did one in the first half. He got away with. Looks like he's got away with another one.
It's a stupid foul to give away as well, and I hope we score you, because it was just a ridiculous foul. Gordon's going nowhere.
We've already had more successful passes in the final third in 5 minutes than what we had in the whole of the first half.
Yep. Unbelievable. Trippier having a quick word with Miggy here. Trippier's going to take this out-swinging free kick from the right-hand side. Can we get something on this? And it comes. Flicked on. Oh, again. It came off a Spurs head. That's a Newcastle throw. No doubt about that. Thrown to Anthony Gordon now. Gordon. Long right-footed ball looking for Lascelles, but Lascelles can't get there. Trippier does. Here's Lascelles into the box. Back to Bruno. Bruno clips one over looking for Isak. It's going to land at the feet of Joe Linton. Joe Linton takes it down well. Joe Linton's still battling for the ball. Should have left it for Gordon, but he gets it to Livramento, who's taken out by Richarlison, but no foul there. Cher has the ball. Wide now for Kieran Trippier. This is much better from Newcastle. Wide now for Almiron. Almiron cuts inside. Again, the overlap from Kieran Trippier. Trippier's ball in. Right to the back post for Gordon. It's over the bar. Very difficult angle for Anthony Gordon as it was thumped into the back post, but much better, Billy.
Yeah, a lot better. It's consistent pressure as well. It's a great cross from Trippier. Did this get deflected? No, it didn't. It was a tough angle for that.
Very, very difficult for Gordon to do anything.
But yeah, it's very, very impressive the way we start the second half.
Ben Davies up the field now. Straight out to play. Tottenham a little bit rattled here at the start of the half. I don't think they expected this.
We can get a goal. It's anyone's game still.
Yeah, absolutely. Lascelles goes across to Fabian Cher. Into Joe Linton, who can turn in a bit of space. Great play from Joe Linton. Gets it to Bruno. Yeah, but now it's wide for Miggy. Miggy onto Trippier again. Trippier sends it across, and Ben Davies is there again to clear.
Yeah, been fantastic.
We just can't get a shot in, Billy.
Been very good to Ben Davies.
Romero's gone down holding his right ankle. Fabian Cher's trying to pick him up. There's nothing wrong with Romero. He's just he knows his team are under pressure here.
He tried to do Joe Linton and got injured trying to do it.
Served him right, really, because he came flying in at Joe Linton and left his leg there. But we do have another corner. Haven't exactly been. We haven't done anything from our corner so far, but there's always that one that'll nestle. And the Newcastle fans behind the goal just really hoping that happens now. In it comes again. Yeah, Davies is there for Tottenham again. There's just the thing is, Billy. There's just no challenges when the corners come in. We're not challenging.
We just don't look like winning a header at all, doing
no. Here's Bruno. Nice bit of play, but we've lost the ball. Oh, great play by Bruno to win it back. But Tottenham get it. That was superb by Bruno, Billy, because he didn't give up there, and Tottenham could have been away there.
I mean, people saying I thought we were tired. We've just had a half-time break, you fucking fuckwits.
Yeah.
It's bound to be good for the first 10 minutes or so. So how long we let keep it going for?
Honestly, I don't understand people sometimes. You know, you get a 15-minute break. Obviously, we're going to try and get a goal back while we're just fresh out of half-time before tiredness kicks in again. That's good play by Brennan Johnson. He's a little thorn in our side today. A lot of the Tottenham players have to be fair, but here's Fabian Schär. Forward now to Joe Linton on this left-hand side. Joe Linton was never going to get past Brennan Johnson there.
It should have been their ball. Is it their ball?
Well, no, I think he's given it to Newcastle. No, it's gone to Tottenham. And Porro gets on with it quickly. Sarr now breaking forward through. He's cutting right across the middle of the field here. Lays it wide now to Davies. Davies down to Son. Son back to Davies. Plays it in, looking for Kulusevski. Bounces to Udogie. Udogie turns into Basuma. Basuma pursued there by Bruno. Pedro. Nice ball. Kulusevski again. It finds that space and he's running now. Plays it out to the... It's Porro with a cross. Good defending. It was Fabian Schär that got a foot on that. Shot from Basuma and well handled by Dubravka. It wasn't the most powerful shot in the world, but the bounce almost caught him out. Jay Devlin says, you do realise corners are very low percentage chances. Yes, I do know that. You have to know that being a Newcastle fan because you don't score a lot of goals from corners. Here's Bruno. Pursued again by Kulusevski. Good pressing from Spurs, but we do well there. Get it back to Martin Dubravka. Good ball out wide to Trippier. Trippier up the line to Almiron. Almiron has got Bruno inside him. Bruno, Kulusevski. Oh, what a ball. Oh, Bruno tried the outside of the foot there, but Udogie was aware of the danger, but he's given it straight to Trippier. And Trippier now onto Almiron. Makes the overlap again, Kieran Trippier. Almiron cuts inside. It's Almiron now. Still got the ball. Plays it to Isak. Isak now just outside the penalty area. Inside to Joe Linton. But there's just too many white shirts.
Yeah, it's too intricate, isn't it? Trying to do too many things through the middle.
Yep. Here's Livramento.
Don't run offside. Don't run offside. Flipping heck.
I mean, just as soon as they get near the box, the white shirts are swarming. Here's Fabian Schär. Brings it forward. Good clearance from Basuma. Now, Brennan Johnson. And Tottenham can break here. Here's Kulusevski. And brilliant defending by the skipper. Because if he didn't get that tackle there, Billy, Kulusevski was in on goal.
Yeah, they're still in now.
Yeah, they are. Here's Kulusevski into the box from the throw-in. Fabian Schär is there. It's still with Kulusevski, though. To Brennan Johnson. Back now to Porro. Porro. Kulusevski. Good turn. And nobody's there. Richarlison had gone the other way. And we played away now with Bruno to Livramento. Livramento to Isak. Livramento sent flying by... He's a dirty little shit, Richarlison. He really is.
Arsehole.
That's a good ball out to the right-hand side, though, to Kieran Trippier. And Miggy goes on the overlap, as does Miley. Trippier to Almiron. Almiron again cutting inside. Lays it off to Joe Linton on the edge of the box now. Joe Linton to Bruno. Bruno again. They're just trying to get a crossing. Yeah. They're trying to walk it in. That's a better ball. Bruno now into the box. Lays it up to Miley. Miley at the byline. Clips it to the back post. Isak is there, but it's a header away for a corner. And that just get the ball and cross it. let's put some pressure on these guys. But
if
again,
we get
Billy,
one, we get a boost, and they get a bit of a, it's.
I know, Billy, but that ball in the box there's no conviction for Isak to win that header.
No, it's not.
He doesn't even leap off the ground.
No. Yeah.
I don't know what I give up. Honestly, long ball in again, punched away by Vicario. Miggy on the edge of the box. It bounces. Son does well, but he's lost the ball. And Tottenham break here and have a big break. It's a 2-on-1. That's going to be a booking for Lascelles. Tottenham were away there. He's took one for the team, Jamal Lascelles.
Yeah, good foul to give that.
Yeah.
Miggy then the edge of the box there was absolutely awful.
Oh. Why aren't they shooting, though, Billy? We just don't shoot. They're trying to walk the ball in.
Look at Miggy here.
I mean, he's all over the shop. He's just all over the place. But Lascelles does well there to bring Son down. Son, in fairness, I think he should have let that ball go earlier. Yeah, because if he had, Tottenham had a 2-on-1.
Jamal's only one away from the suspension as well. So we need Botman back pretty sharpish.
Mm-hmm.
However long that's going to be, who knows? A 2-week injury, 3 minutes on, he's still not playing.
Yeah. I just don't know. I just don't know why we're not shooting, Billy.
That's a great ball.
Oh, that's a chance. Richarlison here brings it down. 3-0 Spurs. And that is as old school as you're going to get. And that will wrap the game up. Flair Boy, thank you very much for your $1.99 super chat. Wilson should come on for a bit. Isak is knackered. Isak's done fuck all, right? He's done nothing. And every time the ball's in the air, he can't even jump for a header, man. I mean, that just cut us wide open, that, Billy. That was just a long ball into the box.
Yeah, it's come from a long... I mean,
Lascelles just doesn't... He goes with Kulusevski. I mean, Richarlison does really well, to be honest. Takes it down well, slides it in the net, but it's just too easy.
I mean, Lascelles is also... He's culpable. Look at the bloke behind him, watching it all. Look, jogging. Look. The bloke that's got the view of it all, he's not even trying to get back in the game. Look at him.
It's awful. It's just fucking awful, Billy. There's no other words. It's just awful.
Tom, if there's people are spoiling, kick them out, mate.
Yeah, Tom, you're a mod.
Don't say it. Kick them out.
If they're spoiling, kick them out. Any spoilers, kick them out.
I've kicked out 2 or 3 myself, mate. Just kick them out. Don't say it. Just do it. Been warned enough.
If you can't have respect for anybody else viewing to put spoilers in constantly, you shouldn't be on. We've asked you not to put spoilers in, guys. Please just wait till we've commentated on the game, and then we can all talk about it. Please do subscribe. Click the bottom corner of the Toon Review logo. If you are new to the channel, come and join an incredible community on the Toon Review by hitting that logo in the bottom right-hand corner. Trippier plays it forward now for Almiron, who's going against the doggy. And there's only one outcome there. And Vicario plays it away on his left foot to Son. Son brings it down, but Trippier does well to win the ball back there. Of course, Richarlison's on a hat-trick now, so he'll be buzzing for that. And that is a terrible pass from Trippier. Bruno had no chance of even getting there. And here come Tottenham again with Kulusevski. 2 men to his right. One of them here is Brennan Johnson. Oh, he's hit the bar. What a chance for Tottenham. It should have been 4. Wow, thanks very much for your $1.99. Game is over. Time to use the subs we have. Absolutely. He is Son. 3 Newcastle players stand in front of him. Basuma. Tottenham now just passing it around. I mean, really, Billy, now is the time. Just make 5 changes. Get 5 of these players off the field and give them a rest for Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably too late for that now. Oh.
Back post again, and Son is just wide. Brilliant ball in again, and Son knows he probably should have scored. But it just makes sense, Billy. The game's gone. Let's get these players off and give them a rest for Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to get worse.
There's no point keeping them on now.
they're literally just running all over us again now. That little buzz we had at the beginning of ours has not gone in. It's Christ almighty. We were really lucky there. But that little kind of respite from the rest we had, that's gone now.
It has, yeah.
As I predicted.
We needed to score during that spell. We really did need to score during that spell, put them under a bit of pressure, and then maybe they would have buckled. You know, had we, you know, at 2-1, you just never know, do you? At 2-1. But now he is making changes. Miggy's coming off for Sean Longstaff. And Isak's come off for Callum Wilson. So there you go. He's made 2 changes. I would have made 5. I would have given 5 players a rest, including Trippier. I mean, they're the obvious 2 substitutions that he was always going to make, Billy. But why not just change 5?
He's also got an injured centre half on the pitch as well, and he's kept him on.
Yeah. Here's Trippier now. Forward for Callum Wilson. Great to see him back on the pitch, but it's not the best ball for Anthony Gordon. He does well, Anthony Gordon.
Gordon's gone right.
Looks like Joe Linton's gone left, Billy.
Yeah, it looks like Joe Linton's gone into the middle now.
He's come across for the throw in though. So
possibly Joe Linton left and Longstaff in at the left-hand side of midfield.
Bruno brought down there, but the referee decides to wave play on. Longstaff taken out. But we still got the ball. Miley has to go back to Fabian Schär. Schär across to Jamal Lascelles. Lascelles to Fabian Schär again. Gives it to Lewis Miley. Miley now forward to Livramento. Good block by Pedro Porro and a throw into Newcastle United, which Livramento will take deep in the Spurs half. Miley now. All the way back to Fabian Schär. Schär has Kieran Trippier on the right. It's a beautiful ball across to Kieran Trippier. And he will in turn give it to Anthony Gordon. Gordon now for Newcastle. Again, though, just crowded out very, very quickly. Space is at a very, very much a premium, Billy. But Gordon's done well there. Nice little 1-2 with Bruno, but then gives it away. It's a bad pass, and Tottenham spring forward again. And look at Brennan Rodgers on this side. Son on the left-hand side. Rodgers. Who's Rodgers?
Brendan Rodgers.
Brennan Rodgers.
Oh, she was playing.
Brennan Johnson. Porro tries to clip it over Dubravka onto the top of the net. Oh, God, if you don't laugh, you cry, Billy. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just constant one-way traffic. I mean, the thing is, right, we've brought Wilson and we've brought Wilson. It's the 2 obvious ones, isn't it?
I'm just going to make this clear one more time. People putting spoilers in, which aren't spoilers, if fake spoilers, they're getting banned too. I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So you put scorelines in, you're getting banned.
Yeah. Just don't be stupid, guys. You're all supposed to be grown adults, man. Shot came in there from Kulusevski, well handled by Dubravka. Rachel Pedley, thank you for your $1.99 super chat. This is painful. Oh, chance. No. Vicario's out like a bolt of lightning. This is painful. Thank F for the changes, says Rachel. So we're looking at James Madison now watching on. Guys, the reason we ask for no spoilers is that people can't actually watch the game and listen to the commentary to enjoy it. They don't want to see spoilers in the chat. You're all grown. Just wait till we've commentated and then put it in the chat. It's not difficult, guys. It's just showing respect to the people that can't watch the game on the TV. Long ball from Trippier as Wilson gives chase on Romero. Romero gets it back to Vicario, who kicks it out of play as there's no fullback there. Tottenham haven't got any fullbacks in this game. They've been playing as left wingers and right wingers mostly. DJ Ellison, thank you for your $4.99 super chat. He says, this is embarrassing now. Everton was appalling, but this is just falling to pieces. I love Eddie, but we look like a Bruce team at the moment. Well, I mean, if he does, yeah, they are. But if he doesn't make any more changes, Billy, I will ask questions because he's got the perfect time now to the game's gone. The game is gone. Let's be honest. There's 22 minutes left?
So yeah, the game has gone. I don't know why he didn't make them all at once.
Miley to the byline. Can't get a left-footed cross in, but he does have Livramento in support here. Livramento on his right foot. Nice ball into Joe Linton. Back to Bruno. Bruno outside of the foot cross. Udogie is there to head it away. Good work by Trippier. Wilson now. Wilson, he's got Son all over him. Son wins the ball.
Oh,
brilliant play by Son. Jesus Christ.
What a player he is.
Udogie's lost the ball though. And Wilson now. Wilson sends it wide to Anthony Gordon. Gordon will send it in now. Looking for Joe Linton's header. Good defending. And Porro's gone down like he's been shot. And Joe Linton's getting booked.
No. I don't think the referee saw that. I think he's going on what Vicario said, but we'll get a better view of it.
Yeah, we'll see the replay.
We'll see the replay. He's up to his feet, so...
Well, when he went down there, he looked like he was completely knocked out there. That's a ridiculous... Gordon's cross, here it is again. Yeah, it does push. Actually. It's not very nice, Billy, to be fair.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a blatant push.
It's
no chance of getting the ball. No chance of getting the ball delivered. Yeah, it's a yellow card.
Very important he keeps his discipline here, because if that's the last thing we need is suspensions. Vicario plays it out now to Sarr. Sarr got 3 Newcastle players around him. Manages to get out of the trouble, though. And then gets the ball back. Now Porro back to Sarr. Sarr then across, looking for the run, but that's good defending by Trippier. Back to Martin Dubravka. Coming up to 20 minutes to go in the game, and Newcastle United are being absolutely battered. You know, if the thing is about this channel is we'll always say how it is. If we're playing well, we praise. If we don't play well, we'll criticize, and rightly so. You can't smother this in flowers today. It's been dreadful. But I still don't understand, with 20 minutes to go, why he doesn't get another 3 of his first 11 off the pitch to rest them for Wednesday. I cannot believe it's not happening. Tottenham come forward again with Son. Skips around Trippier again. Son, this time Gordon comes to help him. Trippier wins the ball back and wins a throw-in off Son. Son thumps the ground with frustration. He has.
Son is such a great player. He really is.
Bruno now back to Fabian Schär on the penalty spot. Out to Livramento. Flair, thank you for another 199 super chat. Wilson's making a difference. Been missing him. Yeah, there's a couple of times already he's causing problems for the Spurs back line.
And he's putting himself about, isn't he? That's for certain.
Yeah. But we know Wilson does that. We know he does that. It's just a shame that he's not fit. You know, he can't stay fit sometimes, Callum Wilson, because he is such a physical player. That's awful from Longstaff. Straight to Sarr. Sarr brings it away again to Son. Trippier was caught there by Sarr, but the referee said play on. Basuma brings it forward again for Spurs. I'll tell you what is good, Billy, is Kulusevski's movement. If you watch him off the ball, his movement is really good. Because, you know, our lads are thinking, yeah, we're marking him well. And then all of a sudden, he's drifting into loads of space.
Their front three today have all been fantastic.
Yeah, they have.
Plus,
I hate praising Richarlison, but we have to. Here's Kieran Trippier now, inside to Longstaff.
And Son's played more of a midfield role, hasn't he, today? His defensive work's been as good as his attacking stuff's been brilliant. He really has. One of my favourite non-Newcastle players, actually, Son. Yeah.
Here's Joe Linton bursting into the box. Tries to, I don't know what he was trying to do there, just barge his way through. It didn't work, and Tottenham have cleared the ball. Kulusevski, good challenge that by Schär, but he's done Liverpool. Oh, that is incredible player from Kulusevski. Good tackle by Bruno, and a throw into Spurs. Jesus, Billy. Tottenham now going to make 2 changes. Højbjerg is one of them coming on.
Looks like Lo Celso, is it?
Yeah, it's Lo Celso. Anthony Stafford, thank you for your £5 super chat. Sick as a dog watching this rubbish. Have a 5. It might cheer you up. Well, thank you very much, Anthony. Sarr's gone off for Højbjerg, and I'm trying to see Richarlison.
He might push Son further forward now. Great. If it is Lo Celso, I think it's Lo Celso.
Yeah, it is Lo Celso. Yeah, definitely. It is. I mean, I'm surprised he's took Richarlison off on a hat-trick, but There you go. There's a manager who just makes decisions. He doesn't have, dare I say, favourites.
Hall's on.
Lewis Hall is on for Livramento. So Lewis Hall is on the pitch, guys. Anthony Gordon comes off for Matt Ritchie. So there you go. We have made some substitutes.
We may as well go home now, then.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Ritchie's going to change the game, but you never know. He might stick a hat-trick in, Billy, in the last 16 minutes.
We'll get one. Even one now, I think it'd put the cat amongst the pigeons, but, I mean, I can't see it coming, to be fair.
Tottenham just cutting us open here. He is Brennan Johnson again.
Ricochet again, did
it? Ricochet off Lewis Hall. Johnson cuts across, but good defending by Longstaff. Miley now. Miley, again, composed to Lewis Hall. Hall to Joe Linton. Joe Linton tried to go back up the line for Lewis Hall, but intercepted well by Porro.
How many subs we made now? Is that 4?
That's 4, yeah.
But you might as well bring Kraft on for Trippier, mightn't he? Might as well.
Well, I mean, yeah, but what about Lascelles? I mean, he seems to be moving all right, Jamal Lascelles, to be fair.
Well, I think he moves that slow in real life. I don't think there's any difference if he...
Well, yeah, but why? Maybe he's not bring Trippier off. Give him a bloody rest.
Yeah, I agree. Good run off the ball left from Wilson.
Yeah. But again, look at Tottenham. I mean, they're biting in. Basuma's been brilliant today, hasn't he? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he's been outstanding.
That is class. Yeah. I mean, look, you've got to give praise when you see it. And I mean, the way he just disappeared from Newcastle players there was something else. And they're playing little 1-2s with each other now, just game management for Tottenham. Porro forward.
Through it, so,
good header by Lascelles, but intercepted. And it comes to Højbjerg now for Tottenham. Plays it wide for Brennan Johnson, running at Lewis Hall. Oh, he skipped around Hall and pulls it back. Here is Lascelles.
Look at Lewis Hall chasing the ball. Get back in position, Lewis Hall, for fuck's sake.
Oh, nutmeg Lewis Miley there. Porro with a shot. Good save. And had Son been following that up, he would have had a tap in. But he just stopped running.
I'm a bit concerned about Lewis Hall there, just chasing the ball around. That was ridiculous.
Wow. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was... Oh, dear. Wow. Anyway, here we come again. Ball forward for Callum Wilson. Takes it down, but Romero deals with it. But Wilson, good strength, good turn by Callum. And a nice, lovely ball out to Joe Linton on the left. Joe Linton now. He's got Hall on the overlap. Joe Linton tries a shot deflected off Højbjerg. And it's a corner to Newcastle United. I would be interested to see where that Joe Linton shot was going there, Billy.
Yeah, very, very good. Looked good effort, didn't it?
Yeah. But a little bit for the fans to shout about. Looks like a lot of the fans have gone. Oh, there's Adam P. Look.
And so it is.
You'll know if you see John Sinclair because he'll be filming the match.
There's John Sinclair.
Corner. Can we make anything of this corner? Just give us a little bit of a lifeline. Floated in. Joe Linton's header, and it's well wide. I don't think he got as much on that as he wanted to. But the Newcastle fans, there is a lot of empty seats in that away end there, Billy. As Spurs come forward again, long ball, good play by Fabian Schär. It's with Dubravka now. Long ball out to the right-hand side, good header down. And now, well, Lewis Hall lost the ball again there.
What's he doing over there?
I don't know. I think it was from the corner, Billy. They kind of swapped positions there, so Hall went to right back. Here's Basuma to Højbjerg. Across to Lascelles, and he in turn goes left to Kulusevski, who's had an incredible game today. But that's the first bad touch from Basuma. Good interception by Matt Ritchie. Kieran Trippier now looking forward, thumps a diagonal ball to the left-hand side too. Joe Linton takes it down, skips inside, does really well, Joe Linton there. He's running out of room though, and a free kick to Newcastle, around about 35 yards out. Fouled by Romero. Good play that by Joe there.
Yeah, it was a great ball from Trippier, wasn't it?
Oh, it was Pedro Porro that brought him down. Yep, diagonal ball from Trippier. And Trippier comes across to take the free kick for Newcastle United. Oh dear.
I think that's what Eddie Howe's expecting. Someone just said there the Milan game's at home, and we do get a bit of a bounce at home. I think the Fulham game. Is the Fulham game at home or was that away?
I think Fulham's at home. So realistically, but Fulham have scored 10 goals in the last 2 games. They're absolutely flying. And we're going to be tired going into that one as well.
Yeah, and I think it definitely
because Milan's going to be
all out. And then we've got Chelsea on the Tuesday in the Carabao Cup. So I don't know, we're sacrificing that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the free kick came in. Fabian Schär almost got on the end of it, but unfortunately not. And it remains 3-0 to Tottenham with around about 11 minutes of normal time to go. Couldn't come frigging quick enough. Lo Celso now driving forward for Tottenham. Bruno, great tackle.
Brilliant.
And Miley gets the ball back. Miley into Wilson, who was taken out. Wilson's done. That's awful from Romero. That is disgusting. Romero holds his hand. It's all right holding your hand up. That was a disgusting tackle, that.
He's been booked for his 3rd bad tackle. I think VAR are going to look at this. It should be. Although it's 2 yellow cards on the trot, I guess, isn't it?
Newcastle players not at all happy with that challenge from Romero.
I'm going to get a yellow for it. She should have been yellow before this.
That is an awful tackle, that. I mean, Wilson gets the ball, wins it back. Oh, hey, Billy.
That's a red.
That's a shocking tackle.
That's a red card all day long.
Look at that. Studs up on his ankle. And then he yanks him down with his left foot.
No intention of going for the ball there either.
Look, he stands on him there and then trips him with his left.
He knows
That's
what
a
he's doing.
red card, surely.
He knows what he's doing there. That's a red card all day long. All day long, but I bet he don't get one.
Well, VAR, I'm not seeing any check from... Or maybe we are. VAR are looking at this, Billy.
It's a straight red, that.
It's an awful tackle. And Bruno came in and it was furious. Udogie there. Oh, Bruno's got to be careful there, Billy.
I think he's safe against Basuma. He's a man.
And VAR saying no red card.
Oh, of course they do. Of course they do. Not that it matters.
It doesn't matter, but it's just, you know, if that was a Newcastle player, Billy, it'd be a different story. We know that.
You know, I suppose the Bruno thing afterwards, I bet they thought, well, you know, we've got to look at that as well, I guess. I don't know. But the scrapping going on again here, and it's Romero again.
Yeah. Goes wide to Lewis Hall. Hall's left-footed ball is asking a lot of Matt Ritchie, but he's got there. Ritchie's ball in is beautiful. Headed away by Romero. Ball in the air. Vicario comes and claims. And claims a foul by Lascelles. Just get up your bill end.
Got away with murder there, Pally.
Yeah. I mean, it was the initial stamp, Billy, and then watch. He makes a tackle there and then swings his left to trip him.
That's as bad as that.
How is that not a red card?
It's as bad as the Havertz one, if not worse. I'd say that's worse.
That's shocking. That is absolutely shocking. Anyway, here's Matt Ritchie. Nice bit of play too, Longstaff, but Longstaff again dwelling on the ball, and Kulusevski just says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that off you," and did very well. Good tackle then, and the referee's blown, and Kieran Trippier is going to get a booking.
You're having a laugh. How can that be the same fucking offence as what Romero's just doing?
Oh, hey man, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Honestly,
we'll soon see now.
Oh man, give away.
It's a foul, but it's not a yellow card.
It's a foul, Billy. But you're looking at it's a foul. Get on with it.
Well, he'll get his rest against Fulham now, at least.
He's suspended. Yeah, 5 yellow cards. He's suspended. Yeah, he's Billy. And here come Tottenham. Oh, Son's in on goal. Son, round to Pravka, down goes Son. Penalty to Tottenham.
Penalty all day long.
And it could be a red card, this, Billy.
I think the double jeopardy gets him off that, but
if he's clean through on goal, Billy. Oh, it's definitely a penalty. It's.
Oh,
I don't know
his
why
feet.
is he
What
gone
his
with
feet
his
for?
feet, man? It's a clear as day penalty all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going in
What's
like
he-
that,
what's he
go with your hands. Jesus.
That's awful goalkeeping.
Right, no spoilers, please, in the chat. Wait till the penalty's been taken before we talk about it, please. Just have respect for people that can't watch the game live. It is going to be Son to take the penalty.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be that bad. I wouldn't be that pissed off if Dubravka had been sent off.
Yeah. He scored his last 5 penalties.
No chance of saving this.
Son's certainly taking his time with it.
Right. Toon of you, you're gone. With a U.
And it's in the net. 4-0 to Tottenham. Game's gone. Game was gone ages ago. Game was gone a long time ago. I mean, I don't understand Dubravka coming out with his feet there. It made no sense at all. You know, if you're going to come out, go with your hands, try and smother the ball.
He deserves his goal, Son, though, to be fair. He's been absolutely outstanding today.
Yeah.
It's a great penalty as well. Yep, I mean, predictable.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can't keep sending your players to the same well with the same bucket with a little hole in it for the same water that you've already drank. You can't do it. It's obvious to me. I'm sorry, it's obvious to me.
I mean, look, the fact of the matter is things need to change and change quickly. Whether you think fatigue or not, it's got to change. Does Tottenham make 2 more changes? Brennan Johnson is one of the guys that has come off. I think we've made another change as well. Basuma's come off. Emil Kraft has come on. But who's he come on for? Trippier. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. 4 minutes to go and you bring him off.
Oh, Lewis Hall did run on the ball now.
Wow.
Lewis Hall, Christ, that's awful.
I mean, what is 4 minutes going to do for Kieran Trippier's rest? Wow. Joe Linton still scrapping away, to be fair.
He's had a better second half, actually.
Yeah, he's been good second half, Joe Linton. He's really put himself about. He's certainly not give up, has he?
No, and he's he's been probably our best players. Like him and Bruno have been pretty good second half.
Longstaff, ball forward, looking for the runner, Wilson. Wasn't a bad effort, that, to be fair. And here's Son again for Spurs.
To player.
Udogie. I mean, one thing you can say, Billy, is we haven't sort of dropped our heads and gone. You know, no. it might be 4-0, but we still competed. You know, it might not be great, but we have competed and we haven't dropped our heads.
I mean, there's 2 players that need a rest as well, sharing the souls. They both need rest, but again, you could have played Kraft and Dummett today if you really wanted to. You know, give them a rest. But, you know, they're going to have to go up against Milan on Wednesday with Giroud and people like that. You can't concentrate. Yeah. You can't not concentrate for a second against them. So I don't know.
Let's Tottenham come back again down the right-hand side now. Udogie to Kulusevski. Kulusevski's ball in is an absolute beautiful ball. And how has Skip missed that?
Because he's shite.
Good save by Dubravka, but he should never have been given the chance, to be honest.
All the space
Oliver Skip took about 3 years before he actually hit the shot. Dear God. Billy Lewis Hall has been absolutely dreadful since
diabolical. Yeah. Well, he must have a crisis of confidence or something. Because
to be fair, he hasn't had a lot of match practice, has he?
No,
I mean,
absolutely.
Here they come again. Skip plays it to Son. Son. Oh, what a bit of skill from Son. Oh, he's dragged it wide. That deserved a goal, Billy. That was an incredible piece of skill on the edge of the box.
What a player that lad is. Seriously, he's a fantastic player.
Looked like he was going to lose the ball and then suddenly went between Cher and Lascelles and dragged the shot wide. You've got to, I mean, listen, when you see quality football like that, you've got to praise it. Len Simmons, thank you for your $9.99 super chat. He says we should have rested our players for this game and used our young ones because we didn't. Our 11 is still going to be knackered on Wednesday. Ridiculous. Well
said, Lynn. Well said.
Yep, I actually agree. And I really don't see. I mean, some people have commented saying, you know, maybe he's stop and trip, you're getting a red card, but he should have been off way before now. You know, he should have had a decent rest. The game was gone.
If on the pitch at all from the beginning, you know.
Well, yeah. Into the last minute we go of normal time. That's a lovely flick from Kulusevski and Tottenham breaking again now with Skip. And again, look at the amount of space they've got on the right-hand side. Porro is in here. Oh, well, that's why Porro is not a striker. That is awful.
Pedro Pony.
I mean, he panicked there, didn't he? Got the ball and just hit it first time. I don't know whether it was a cross or a shot. It was awful. I think, in fairness, I think he was trying to aim for Kulusevski at the back post. But God, please blow the final. Don't have like 6-7 minutes of additional time. I don't think I could take it. Son's going off. Thank God. What a game he's had.
Yeah, this is retribution for Spurs, isn't it? Absolutely. 3
shots from Son, 1 goal, 4 chances created, 2 assists.
Fantastic.
What a game.
Fantastic performance. And we don't mark opposing players, but that's a 10 out of 10 there, right there.
Yeah. 5 minutes of additional time, Billy.
Oh, God.
As they bring one of their youngsters on, Jamie Donnelly.
Never heard of it. Might as well brought Jamie Redknapp on.
Yeah. Keith Birkinshaw, bloody hell.
Well, ex-Newcastle, number 2, of course. I mean, the massive mistake we did by not appointing him after Joe Harvey retired. He played some fantastic football for Spurs. He really did.
Yep.
He did have Glenn Hoddle playing for mind.
Well, Wilson, good chance for Callum. And Joe Linton, we've got a goal, Billy! Is it offside?
Probably.
No, it's counting.
Don't play the music.
I'm playing the music. We still scored. There you go. We get to play the music. And we get a goal. Good finish from Big Joe, Billy.
I'll tell you what, Callum's been very good since he's come on as well.
He's been excellent, hasn't he?
I'll be starting him against Milan, absolutely 100%. But what a great finish from Joe Linton. He had a good second half, as we said earlier.
He's probably been the standout player, I think, Big Joe.
Shame he didn't come 40 minutes ago, but there you go.
Yeah. Well, the comeback's on, Billy. We've got, 3 minutes left? A goal a minute?
Wish I'd been 10 minutes injury time now.
It was a nicely worked goal, actually. Wilson did really well.
Slightly overconfident at the back Spurs, weren't they? They were fiddling and farting around with it. And Wilson really well. Not like Wilson to lay a ball on the plate either, is it? I mean, generally he shot himself, but...
It was a good finish. Really good finish. Sort of curled it away from the keeper. But here come Tottenham.
Well, of course, look at the space he's got over there.
And they've got a lot of men forward here. Slightly overhit pass, but it's kept in play. Porro now inside to Højbjerg. Back out to the right-hand side. And we win it back. Callum Wilson, good interception. Ben Davies. Looked like Diego Maradona there. In comes Hall to try and make a challenge, but Bruno wins it back. Bruno now plays it out looking for Wilson. Can Wilson get a touch on it? He can. Finds Lewis Hall. But Wilson is offside. George T, thank you for your £2 super chat. He says, have we got time to win this? No. Here come Tottenham again. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. That's awful from Brian Gill. It was horrendous, in fact.
He looks good, Jill, as well, doesn't he?
Eh?
He looks like a Jill. I mean,
Yeah.
a female. He looks very female, doesn't he?
He did an interesting hairstyle, yeah.
I think Lindsay would hate him.
Yes. Lo Celso now to Kulusevski. Inside to Højbjerg. Back to Kulusevski. Back to Højbjerg. To Porro.
Out of time wasting now. Look at them, the bottomless bastards.
Yeah, just seeing the game out now. Porro clips it forward. Intercepted by Lascelles to Bruno. And Bruno. Now Wilson has sprung the offside trap again and looks very quick. Callum Wilson. Still. Oh, I just too many players.
Oh, I wish he'd pulled his trigger there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to bend that in the far corner. But he has looked really good since he's come on the field, by the way.
Well, he looks quicker than Isaac.
Yeah, he does. The way he burst through there, he definitely did. Here's Lewis Hall. Can't get round Porro, but does win a throw in. About 30 seconds of additional time left. Whether we get any more after that because of the goal, I hope not. Just blow the whistle. Let's go home. Sean Longstaff inside to Bruno now. Bruno. Outside to Matt Ritchie. Ritchie's got an overlap from Emil Kraft. Here's Emil Kraft. Ball into the box. Wilson's header! Straight at the goalkeeper.
We should have scored.
Yeah, but Billy, the fact of the matter is...
Got on target.
He's an out-and-out striker, and there's why.
Yeah, it's a great cross from Kraft, by the way. Wilson would be disappointed he hadn't scored there.
Yeah, but there's the final whistle, and it finishes Newcastle United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 4. Wilson certainly looks up for it, and a bit of argy-bargy again after the game involving Joe Linton and Vicario. I'm not sure what's going on there, Billy.
Wilson and Vicario, it is.
Yeah.
Vicario giving it the big end. It's not 6-1, is it? It's 4-1. And Pedro Porro also has it, and he's shit, so I don't know what he's getting involved for. Got to come to St James's yet, lads. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
So giving it the big end now. Every dog has his day. You've had yours today.
I mean, the game's over.
Every dog has his day, and then the Son comes on the screen. Christ. Every dog has his dinner in Son's concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what it is? I just applaud the away fans. Get off the field and go. It's been a rotten game again. But if we do take positives out of it, Billy, I suppose the fact that Wilson's come back. Got a few minutes under his belt and actually looked really good.
He looked very sharp, didn't he? Considering he's been off the pitch for a while. But yeah, it's one positive, but there ain't much else. To be perfectly honest,
yeah,
a predictable hiding because the players just haven't got it in them to perform at the level required to compete at the top end of the Premier League. And I know we've got injuries, but 5
points out of 24 away from home, Billy.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Louis, thank you for your £2 super chat. He says, may have lost, but was still absolutely massive. Indeed. I mean,
the picture there, they're all clapping the fans. Bruno shaking his head. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
Bruno didn't sign up for this kind of performance. He's a professional. He wants to win every game, and to see this, them celebrating like they won the World Cup, they've got the revenge over us from last season.
I know, but applauding the fans, but some of them fans, Billy, are jumping around as if like. I don't understand. Just give them applause, let them go off, and we'll go again. But we've just been ranked bad, Billy. I mean, it's just ranked bad, mate.
I'm not happy about Lewis Molly's 17 years of age, and to keep sending him into the well week in, week out. It's not good for a 17-year-old. That's how you get burnt out at a young age.
Yeah.
There's lots of critical things to talk about. But apparently, according to some in the chat, we're not allowed to. But I'm going to say it anyway. The manager is not managing his team correctly. I know he's inexperienced at this level, and with the amount of games and the success he's had has brought this on. But God, you've got to do better than that. It's common sense that you can't keep playing the same team day in, day out and expect to be at elite level. You just can't do it in professional football.
I agree. The thing is, I mean, yes, undoubtedly fatigue is there, but you've got to manage the games.
I mean,
and
Jordan
if that
says,
means,
what choice do we have? We've got kids. We're getting beat with the first team. We might as well put the kids out and get beat. At least get the first team from West.
well, listen, Dylan Stevenson is fit again, right? He's had first team experience. The likes of Diallo, Alex Murphy, they've all had it. Alex Murphy looked really good in pre-season. Sometimes you have to make cutthroat decisions.
I agree.
And, Everton, Tottenham, we know it was going to be difficult. They had a decent rest between the Man United game and Everton, of course, but we always knew that this one today was going to be, the tough one because of the Thursday night game.
Yeah.
And then you've got, Milan on Wednesday, which is a massive game for the club, but he plays the same 11 again. You've got to prioritize. When you're in this position, you have to prioritize.
I mean, Jordy, Matt keeps saying we have no choice. We're obviously going to get beat with the side we're playing up because they're not up to the fitness levels because of fatigue. So you may as well play kids and get beat anyway, and at least give your players time to recover for the next game. They've got no recovery time whatsoever. It's got 5 games in sort of less than 2 weeks, and by the time we come Wednesday, it'll be 6 games in 2 weeks. No player can do that, and yet these are expected to. Come on, think about what you're saying.
You just have to use a bit of common sense. You can't put that same 11 out. Is this the 5th game running or 4th game running? You can't.
Hope aside, yeah.
You can't. You can't do it. And, it's now affected our last 2 games. And the fact is, we're going into a huge game against Milan with 2 days, tomorrow and Tuesday, and then it's game day again on Wednesday. You're asking these lads to go at it again. And believe you me, Milan will be coming to win the game because they need a result.
They need it, yeah.
So they're not going to come here and just bend over backwards for us. And yes, we'll have the home crowd there. There's no, that does give us an additional boost. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, we're asking a lot of these lads to go on that pitch on Wednesday night and be in a physical, fast Champions League game where we need a result to stay in Europe.
We're asking too much, in my opinion. Too much. I don't see how we get a result against Milan. I really don't.
Well, I mean, look, there's many times we've written Newcastle off before and they've pulled through. But, we have to be realistic in these circumstances. This is not anywhere near good enough. It's not good enough. And, the manager needs to prioritize. He can't go into every game thinking the same 11 can go in day out and play in the physical league that the Premier League is, the pace that it's playing at, and then expect them to go again in the Champions League in 2.5 days' time and expect, Milan, who need a result and have got some world-class players in their side, let's not forget. It's bloody difficult, man. It is. And I feel sorry for Eddie because he's been put in this situation because of the injuries. But at the same time, he has to make cutthroat decisions and say to some players, you're sitting on your ass today, you need a break. And, when we've got academy, that's what academy's there for. They might not be good enough. They might not be good enough to come into the first team squad full time, but they're there. They're in the club. And, when things like this happen, you've got to then turn around and say, needs must. These players need a rest. And we all could see what was coming because of what's happened at the Bournemouth game, etc., when we've had fatigue kick in. And this is exactly the same thing that's happening again, where the players just can't get going. We're at the demand on these players is just incredible. And we're asking them to do it every 3 days. You've got to rotate, whether you've got injuries or not. You have to rotate the squad.
Professional sportsmen can't do that. You can't.
So, you have to look at Eddie Howe and say, why did he take Trippier off with 5 minutes to go? Ridiculous. If those 5 minutes are not going to help Kieran Trippier have any rest before Wednesday.
The game was gone at half time. You could have pulled him off at half time.
Of course it could have.
He should have been on the pitch from the start. Let's be perfectly honest. He can play Emil Kraft, he can play Puldum. All these defenders he could have played all. He's got players on the bench he could have started with, Rich even. But I know you're throwing the game away before you start, but we've already thrown the game away by playing players who aren't physically capable. are performing to the level it needs to win games away from home in the Premier League. Simple as that.
I don't know. It's very, very disappointing. I mean, again, people will come on saying, "Oh, you're negative." I'm sorry. What positives are we to take out of that today? There's none. And the fact is, there should have been changes in that squad today. There should have been changes in that first 11. We've lost 4-1 today. Would it have really been very much different had we put a lot of the kids in? Yeah, maybe it would have been 5 or 6. But the main thing is, we would have had players available and fit and ready to go for Wednesday who would have had a decent week off.
Exactly. And if it had done it against Everton, even, we could have had players in today ready to play.
It comes to the Carabao Cup, Billy, in a week's time, right? You can bet your bottom dollar that he'll make massive changes to that side. So why not do it against Everton or Tottenham and give these players an opportunity to get something from the game on Wednesday? Because they're going to be knackered. Milan are going to come at us. They need a result as well. They've got players. Look how they dominated us at the San Siro. They're not a bad side, Milan.
I think it might be a similar sort of performance we saw in Milan. I think we might just play 11 behind the ball and try and kick the wall.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. But Paul Borrowdale makes a good point here, actually. He says that Eddie is better as a coach, improving players. He's not a tactician. Well, I mean, look, he studies the tactics. I mean, I'm not going to have a go at him for not being a tactician. I can see the point you're making, but if you look back at when he was at Bournemouth and he did that video of how he beat Chelsea, that was very much a tactical manager. But is it that he just doesn't have trust in any of the kids that play in the academy? Is that what he's saying, or is he sending a message to how can't win? Let's be fair, hindsight's brilliant. Well, of course, hindsight's brilliant, Clark. Yeah,
but it's not hindsight. We've been saying it for how long?
We've said it for weeks and weeks. That at some point he needed to rest some players. And he hasn't. And it's bit us in the arse. But look, Gurav, thank you for your $2 super chat, matey. I think, I don't know. I don't know what I think, to be honest. I'm pissed off because
Simon makes a great point. When we don't do the press, we get hammered, and we don't do the press because we can't. We're not physically able to.
Dan says Milan have a ton of injuries and lost yesterday to Atalanta. Well, yeah, but so do we. Look, confidence is down at the minute. That's the problem. These players are mentally knackered as well. And that's when mistakes and problems start to happen. Players are shattered. Absolutely shattered. But, we have to go again. We have no choice. So we'll see how we do on Wednesday. But listen, stay tuned to the channel. Me and Billy will be doing our instant reaction straight away for YouTube. So that will be going up about an hour to an hour and a half. Just keep your notifications on and you'll be notified when that is live. Our instant reaction today. We will be back tomorrow night with the match review. That's going to be interesting. Once the dust settles and we can all calm down and think more logically. I don't think it's going to be any different. But that will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night as well, guys. So thank you very much for joining the watch along. Welcome to all our new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to the Toon Review. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your super chats and new memberships, etc. Thank you for the mods again. Brilliant job. And of course, thank you to you guys out there. You've been amazing. Thank you for all your support again this afternoon. Thank you to Billy. And we'll see you, as I say, we'll see you for the instant reaction video. That'll be coming later tonight. And we'll see you live again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for the review. Until then, have a great Sunday evening, folks. Take care.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check out the green.